Yes, I took a spiritual walk in the sand, and I've seen the footprints, felt the Father's hand. He's been there for me through it all, and he's held me in his hand just in case I'd fall. Well, I walked with a limp most of my life, and I've questioned God and asked him why. But I took a spiritual walk in the sand. I know one day in heaven I'm never gonna limp again. Yes, I took a spiritual walk in the sand, and I've seen the footprints, felt the Father's hand. He's been there for me through it all, and he's held me in his hand just in case I'd fall. Yes, I took a spiritual walk in the sand, and I've seen the footprints, felt the Father's hand. He's been there for me through it all, and he's held me in his hand just in case I'd fall. Yes, he's held me in his hand. I was right there all alone. Good vibes, good vibes.
Sounded good. Sounded really good.
Cool. Let me denoise myself just a little bit here.
Yeah.
Get myself out of this.
Take that big record sound off.
Yeah.
I wrote this one about being stuck in a short set truck in Tennessee back in '42.
This is way back then. Hey, we see you, Miss Mac. Thank you for being here. Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Dawn J, appreciate you surviving together. Miss Mac, thank you. Vi Enriquez, I think I'm saying that properly. VHIE, Vi. So Vi Enriquez, thank you. Thank you very much. Kendall, appreciate you. Everybody, thank you. Appreciate everybody in the house. We got 10 people in the house with us, Brother Sean. Got it going on. I just played your song, Silly Girl, for everybody. Now that's my kind of translation right there. Now that's a translation that this old boy right here. I'm in there. I got it. V. Mm-hmm. I like that. Just short, straight, to the point. It's V. I like it. See there? Another fine answer. Yes. I like that. There's no question then in my mind. It's like, okay.
Yeah, you got
I got you. Thank you, V. I appreciate that. Perfect. We really do try to associate the name as properly as we can, the best that we can, just because it means that much to us right now, and we're such a small entity at this moment. We have the opportunity to get to know some of you guys and know who you are. So
it's important, like to know somebody's name. I shouldn't laugh at this, but it's a true story. I once had a guy working a crew, on an electrical crew with me, and I called him Brian for 6 months. And at the end of the job, I was like, well, it was great working with you, Brian. He's like, yeah, my name is Steve. I was like, why'd you wait 6 months to say anything?
Yeah.
He's like, just figured I'd roll with it. I always felt more like a Brian anyway.
Man.
Yeah,
man.
There you go. You're gonna get started on that. You're gonna go. we go. But it sounds it's like the sound of it is so clean. It's so nice, I should say.
Now this is where we had it
Totally
last night. This is
Oh yeah.
sound good?
Oh yeah.
Because it's usually them high pitches that crack out.
Yeah, but no, it ain't. It's not cracking. It's not clipping. No.
Oh,
problem.
cool,
No
man.
problem.
Cool.
Yeah, man. Here we go. Getaway music. If you gotta run, now's the time.
Yeah.
That like always reminds me. Get
Yeah,
out
man,
of there
this
quick.
is-
Yeah, we gotta get out of there quick.
Get out of that one quick, man.
Oh, that's the best.
Run!
He done got a shotgun. Jump over that fence.
I'm telling you, man. I'm so glad to have this sound kind of figured out a little bit though now, because it makes me feel just like, okay, after weeks of trying to figure this stuff out, we finally got it halfway decent anyway. Good morning, Mom and Missy. I see you down there.
Yeah.
We're here. Good morning. I knew you was there. I knew you was there all along. Thank you, Desi. Appreciate you. Thank you, V. See, now she gives me the kind of answers that I think all of us are just longing for. Just give me the answer. Don't you know what I mean? I like that.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong there.
I
They're
love
to
that.
the point. Like,
Yeah,
that's good. That's
yeah.
good.
It's like one of the like I can envision that. I can envision V being the person that when you say, "Where would you like to go eat?" They're like, Applebee's or McDonald's. They don't
Denny's.
say, "Well, I don't care.
And
It's
I
up
bet,
to you." No, it's not.
bet you she even knows what she wants off the menu.
I guarantee. Yeah. Well, hey, number 9. You know what I mean? Like, hey, okay,
Yeah, there you
okay.
go.
Now
There
we're
you
getting
go.
somewhere, man. We can do this.
Choices are getting made, lives are getting changed. Oh, leaps and bounds. That's amazing. That's great.
You ready?
Yeah. Go for it.
You were supposed to do the blues for him.
Alright. I can do it. I can do that. We was taking a walk. And I'm gonna tell you where we're gonna walk to. Someplace sultry, but still able to speak on in the morning show. I got these downtimes. They're some of my best times. All alone while I'm walking around at midnight. And she says, "Where you been at, you old dirty dog?" So I say, mind your manners and your business, and I'll do the same to you. Whenever I choose to, that is, baby. Take me home. Now I get home, right, and she starts telling me how this is going to be. So I put my walking shoes right back on and I hit that street. I mean, I hit that street hard. And I run into my buddy, Guy Bandy, someplace real far down in the deep Appalachians. And we came up with a new plan, a new scam, a new strategy, and we working it all night, man. Them were the facts. Now take me for a walk. No more sassiness around here. Because I'm going to tell you, a few things need to change. They're going to change just about now. Yeah, you know what it is. Let's do it. And we could literally do that for like 3 hours straight.
Yeah, no kidding. No
Like,
kidding.
for real. That's cool. I
Good
like
vibes
that,
to
man.
everybody.
Great
We
vibes,
appreciate
yo.
everybody being here, just getting a little good.
And we're back in the pickup truck.
Yeah, that's fun. That's so much fun, but I can't play it. That's just one of those I try to do every so often because it's the backward roll that I just can't. My brain
Yeah.
wants to accept it, and if I start off just right, I can do it. But then if I stutter just a little bit with I'm off, and then I can't get my hand to catch
Rhythm
back up.
back.
It's like
No.
I gotta just stop and then start again. Like, man, dang it, I can't. But it's that it's that it's that backward.
Except at Mach 1. Oh, man. And each time it's
can't
almost
do
like it goes faster, too.
It
you know what I mean?
does,
It's like,
man.
holy
And they're doing
smokes.
it. See, they're doing it with the
Yeah,
they're doing
yeah,
it
yeah.
with the
Yeah.
finger pick, and I'm doing it with cross picking. So it makes it. You gotta really. I can't do it. Like I say, I do it.
Well, you
But
do
it ain't
good.
right.
Well,
It ain't right.
better than I could do. I'll tell you that. Cause like, yeah, after that first part, like that bling 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 bling, that's it. That's as far as I get.
And it's all just that backward pick. That's what's funny about it is it's nothing hard. It's just
Oh,
That's all.
So dun, dun, dun,
If you can see
1, 2, 3, 4. That's
Yep.
what I get. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah,
basically the G major scale.
Yeah. Very cool.
That's all it is, but it's the picking part. It's not the actual finger part on the guitar. It's this.
Yeah.
It's that
Yeah.
part that's
Yeah.
like, dude, it blows my
Since
mind.
I started picking it back up and like getting my hands back, which it takes a long time. I recommend if you play, just keep playing because my picking hand.
Yep.
That's why I started using my fingers again because that down and up, man, is it ever creating like tension in my fingers? It's
Yep.
weird, like real weird, you know, and like the different handles. And
Yep.
so I've been trying to go back to more finger picking than just using a pick, but I like both because you get two different sounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
Depending
do.
on what you're doing.
You
So-
indeed get more of a. Well, I mean, there is a lot of sound comes from your style of picking.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're sliding off the string, whether you're really striking the string, whether you're putting a little bit of percussion behind it.
Yeah.
Because one of my little hacks for my sound is for every downstroke that I have, like it's actually this part of my fingers
Yeah,
that's
where you're doing
muting the
that.
strings right before I strike it. So I get that little bit of a percussive sound,
Yeah.
and it kills the string just enough to let it get that. Instead of muting with this part of my hand, I've just found that I use
Yeah, I've been using that a lot more because I can use. You can also use the top ends of your nails then to hit certain strings, like while you're doing it. Yeah, exactly, and it gives you the clang. Exactly. Yeah. There you go. You got a request. Somebody's.
A request? What's the request?
Can you
Oh, that's
play-
the MB. There he is in the house. What's
a
up?
song entitled "Remember When." Do you know that song? I'm not
Let's see.
familiar with it myself.
I mean, I know. I remember when 30 seems so old now. Looking back,
Oh,
doesn't
that's
seem so long ago. From where we are, where we've been. Shall we do it all again? Remember when? Yeah, I think I know the song.
There you go. Well, you got a request for it. You want to figure it out?
Man, I can't. I know the song, but I don't know the song. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I do.
But
I
I
do.
could if I wanted to pull the words up. I probably could. And here in the future, we're going to be doing that.
Yes, we are.
We're going to be pulling words up because
Already
I could
planned.
do that song with the words. I really could.
Most songs we've come to the determination here on the Guy and Shine show from 10 to 1 Eastern Standard Time that between the two of us, there's not too many songs that are out of the wheelhouse. You know, every time, man. Margaritaville. Now I got Gaston saying it too. Like you gotta understand where we grew up. Jimmy Buffett was played like every 3 songs on the radio, right?
Yeah.
So, and you'd be in some mangy factory. It'd be like that, and that Smash Mouth song, "Hey, I'm an all-star," and then one other one to be thrown into the mix, and they just cycle that every hour. I never understood why radio stations went under, really.
Hey, here's one for you. It was the first song that me and Zach ZMB, he's in the comments right there.
Yeah.
He'll be with us here in a little bit. That's my best friend, by the way. My
Excellent.
real on the street, not YouTube, but almost on the street best friend, brother. Been my best friend for almost 30 years now. But the first song that we like learned the chords to was he'll remember it. He'll remember it. Let's see. Granddaddy was Irish Cherokee, ran moonshine from here to Tennessee. Spent half his life in the Montgomery County jail. Grandma, she got drunk and left all her kids on Mama's front steps. Nobody's heard from her since she hightailed. I come from a long line of losers, half outlaw, half boozer. I was born with a shot glass in my hand. I'm part hippie, little redneck. I'm always a suspect. My bloodline has made me who I am. Yeah, man, that was the first song that we kind of learned.
I did not know.
Long line of losers, these guys. Yeah, man.
How is it possible there's an autobiography about my life that was written before
Yeah,
my
dude,
life?
it's no doubt, dude. It's like
That's
hey,
crazy cool.
And then here's one that let's see. Crap. How's it go? Let's see.
That's great. Ooh.
Let's see. Man. I'll have to think about it for a second. It'll come to my head.
Is that a little flamenco coming after that?
Oh man. Crap. Oh.
I know.
I'll think of it here in just a second. It'll come to me, man.
Tip of the tongue, tip of the teeth, through the lips.
But we learned a couple of this. Like, I mean, we thought we was doing something, man, because we got D, G, and C. Like, it was like, oh, we can sing one. And it was the only song that we could really sing. I mean, both of us
But that's
could sing.
the greatest feeling in the world. Like, when you
It was
finally can, like, get them to sound good enough and you know, whatever.
Oh, you thought you had something.
Oh,
You was like, oh, we're
straight to the top.
we're on the way to stardom, boy. Like, yeah.
Next stop, Nashville, baby.
We didn't know the times were lean. Around our house, the grass was green. Didn't seem like things were all that bad. Well, I bet we walked 1,000 miles, chopping cotton and pushing plow, learning how to give it all we had. As life went on and years went by, saw the light in my daddy's eyes, and felt the love in mama's hand. Well, they kept us warm and kept us fed, taught us how to look ahead. Now looking back, I understand. We were walking in high cotton, old times they are not forgotten. Those fertile fields are never far away. We were walking in high cotton, old times they are not forgotten. Those homes that we ever faced. When Sunday morning rolled around, we dressed up in hand-me-down, just in time together with church. Sometimes I think how long it's been, and how it impressed me then was the only day my daddy wouldn't work. We were walking in high cotton, old times they are not forgotten. Those fertile fields are never far away. We were walking in high cotton, old times they are not forgotten. And home was the hardest thing we ever faced. Yeah, man, that's another one.
That's one of my personal favorites that you do. I love that track.
That's an Alabama song called High Cotton.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love that the chorus, like we were walking in high cotton.
Yeah,
you
me
guys see
too.
it, like I could do the lower, you do the higher. Papa
Yeah, I'm a
sang,
little
baby's
kid holding my
mama
dad's
sang
hand again. You know what I mean?
to- Yeah, dude. That's a great track. Great track.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you
I
all
get-
for coming through.
Yeah.
Big Jack's here.
Big Jack story time. What's up, man? Hey, Big Jack, I tried to do that email.
Did you hear what just
I
happened to
just-
old Martini?
Man,
Ooh.
Martini, hey,
Ooh.
hey, I'm gonna tell you what.
Oh.
I deserve that one. It stung. I ain't gonna lie. I shouldn't.
Yeah.
I hate this chair that I'm sitting in because it's got these arms right here.
Oh,
And dude,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, and I got a cord that's about that long, so I'm like this up to, you know.
Hey, you did good. You did good. You did good. You did good.
As I've told you and everybody else, I'm just one.
Oh, you got to take
Foul
off your
swoop.
rock star voice off though.
Is it still? Oh no.
Yeah, I'm just one.
Hey yo. Hey yo. Hey yo.
There you go.
Hello, Shine.
Yeah.
Hello.
Who's
This
in
is a
there? Who
message from
this?
beyond. I need you to know.
Oh, I knew you were gonna come. That's the live studio audience.
Yeah, that's the studio audience. Oh no, wait a minute. Here they are. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you guys being
Yeah,
here.
it means the world. It
We'll be
means-
doing autographs later,
Well,
and
we
you
got
know.
a few headshots. We'll be signing. Well,
Yeah.
Tommy will be signing them.
Yeah.
We'll be sitting there.
Hey, shout out to ZMB. Zach, I'm going to drop this link down here in the comments, and you go ahead and come on in whenever you're ready, and then I'll drop it again for Chris when it's time for him to come on. I don't even know what time it is. Okay, it's 10 minutes till the top of the hour.
There we go. That went by fast.
So I'm going to drop this link in so you can just come in and hang out, man. I won't be, just so you know, I won't be able to hear you when you drop in, but I'll be able to see you. Now, if it was before the show, we'd be able to talk. But while the show's going on, I'll be able to see you. I'll know that you're there. And before I bring you up, then I'll give you a heads up and you can give me a thumbs up and let me know that you're good to go. But I'm going to drop this in. And if you have any trouble getting to it, then just come back. Just let me know and we'll figure it out. But that's the link that's right there. It's under Shine and God. Either one that you hit's gonna bring you to the
it'll
same.
bring you in. Yeah.
So just go to the link and you'll drop right in. You can use private chat. I don't use private chat, Tommy. I let the world know
We
what's
put
going
her
on.
all out in the open.
I dare the world to say anything.
most
No.
most of the time. By the time
Yeah.
I see the private chats come up, I'm like, oh, that was like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Tommy, though. We
Yeah,
do.
thank you, Tommy. I'm just I like to mess with him because I just like it because he really can't say nothing right yet. So it's like I can talk all the crap I want.
There
He
you
can't
go.
really,
Yeah.
But anyway, hey, shout out to you, Big Jack. I got your text message, bro, and I got the thing, and I downloaded it and sent it to my email. But I'm still having trouble figuring out. I couldn't do it with Will neither. I have stuff that he sent me that
Whoa,
for
is
whatever
it the-
reason.
What format's it in?
I don't know. I'll tell you what I could do though is I could send it to you and see if you're able to do anything.
Yeah, I could
You know
do
what I'm
something,
saying?
For sure.
Yeah,
So,
so
because sometimes they're MOVs and sometimes they're MP4s. MP4s always work great, but if it's a clip, because that was the trouble me and Guy had, so we were like, well, there's got to be a workaround for this, and
Yeah.
I just run it from my side, and then he runs the other ones from his side. So that's the only time we've had trouble when you couldn't download something. So I'm guessing. That's it.
excuse me. I see Zach down here in the bottom. I see you, Zachary.
Yep.
I'll be coming to you here in just a second. We'll pull you up on stage. I'm gonna play. Do you have? Sorry, man. I got strangled. Do you have a video pulled up?
Yeah, I got a new one I added there to the media side.
Okay. Zach, if you'll look in the private chat on your phone, you'll see a section that you'll see that you can pull up private chat. Tommy Kenyon says hello, and you can also send me and Sean and Tommy a message that only we will see
Yeah.
through the private chat, and then you also have the option of the public chat as well. So just so you know, I know you can't talk to me, but you can hear me.
Yeah.
But all right, well let's play your man, I got strangled.
No problem. I can do that.
Sorry about that.
You clear her out. So this is a tune I wrote. It's called "The Common Folk," and I wrote it yesterday, just kind of about. There's a lot of stuff going on. You know what I mean? There's a lot of talking, and there's a lot of. And I just kind of got thinking about it, and I said, you know what? let's write a song about the common folks. So truth be told, this is actually like a 10-minute song, but
Right.
I'm not gonna play 10 minutes of it. This is the 3:11 of it, but
Right. Okay.
we talked
Hey,
about it last night. But anyway, let her rip. Here
I
we
love
go.
it, man. Shout out to 11 in the house. This
Yeah.
is an original by Sean Dick called The Common Folks. So
Yes, it is.
good vibes from Guy and Shine, man. 10 to
Enjoy.
1 Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back here in just a few minutes.
Appreciate you.
You got it, dude.
Lately I've been thinking things could be just, and not only in the sense of the word, but we could really build trust. And I know it sounds like a stretch after all that we've been through, but if someone like myself can do it, why the hell can't you? Baby, we're living on something that just don't exist. And how long will it take for action or to raise your fist? I'd say in the fight, traditional ways. But it's time my mind somehow can make it. I won't sit around anymore waiting for someone to save me, that's for sure. But baby, that's for sure. This country was built on the backs of the working class, and now you've got all these billionaires sitting on their asses telling us how it's gonna be. Well, I don't know about you, can only speak for me. I'm sick of the shystiness and everything in between. When together we are always gonna overcome all the nastiness, the absolute obscure. Give 'em what they want, they think we're sleeping, but baby, guess what it is? We're all waking up, and I ain't talking about what next. I'll see you around, see you around the next set of bends. Nah, this is how this ends.
All right, man. Good job, Sean.
Thanks,
Excellent,
sir.
man.
Thank you.
Another fine example of Sean Diggs' work. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We got 8 in the house. Guys, this is good vibes coming from Guy and Sean, 10 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. We appreciate y'all being here. This has been one heck of a month for Sean and I.
Yes.
Been a growth month for myself and a growth month for him, and not talking numbers, just in learning this stuff, because it's just a challenge to start new things. Everybody knows how that is, and but hey, lots of good we see you. Gen X says well done.
Thank you.
Well
my man.
done. Well, let's
Oh,
see. Well done, brother. Well freaking done is
Wow.
what he said. That's an exclamation. That freaking done is like an exclamation
like-
point without an explanation point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
do. I
and we
do.
got real odds and evens. Hey, there's our new friends, man. Thank you so much for coming back by. We appreciate that.
We do.
Thank
We
you.
do.
Welcome, and welcome again. Welcome. Thank you. V, best answers in the world. When you ask this one a question, and Hey,
Boom.
yay,
You got
yeah,
it.
yay. I
Yeah.
like that. I
Yeah.
like that. Very,
One thing
very.
I wanted to say, just because I have a bit of trouble figuring out, like so when you guys subscribe to either of our pages, if you leave a comment saying that you are new support, then I can get back to you. Because some people I can't find. Like
Yeah, you
yesterday,
can.
we had quite a few, and I felt bad because I'm like, I don't know how to do that. So yeah, whenever you come through, if you do leave that, hey, new support or whatever, then I'll know, because for some reason I can't find them, and there was like 7 or 8 yesterday, and I felt bad about that. So
Yeah.
if you're listening, I'll try to figure it out. I'm sure Tommy probably knows. Actually, he probably can
Actually,
tell
there
you.
is no, if they don't leave you a comment, unless they have their settings set to public
You
subscriber
can't
and
find
that,
them.
then unless they're on public
Ah,
subscription, then you're not going to know.
okay.
It's just like if they like a video of yours,
Yeah.
but they don't leave you a comment, it doesn't tell you who liked it. It doesn't tell you
Right.
any like
Right. Okay.
same thing. Like if they're a public subscriber, if you're online and they're a public subscriber, as soon as they subscribe to you, you'll see the little tag thing come down.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I
Yep.
was like, why can't I
But if they're
find
not a
like?
public, if they don't let
Okay,
everybody see it, then you'll not see that. You
I
won't
got
know
you.
it. So
Got you.
just
Okay.
that I do know for sure. Tommy says, "Guy knows." You daggone right, guy. You daggone right.
Look at
I
this
mean, there wasn't
guru
nobody
guy.
even questioning whether I knew, Tommy.
Yeah, what are
Well,
you
you, I
doing?
mean,
Hey
like you
now.
had to reassure people that I know. Well, daggone right, I know. This is my show.
Oh man, my toes hurt.
Moving on.
Next subject.
Yeah, next subject. Yeah, we got a special guest in the house
Yes, we
going to
do.
be coming up with us here in just a second.
Oh,
After we
yeah.
feed the ducks, because you got to take care of your stuff.
Yes, you do. Yes,
Good
you
vibes.
do. And you gotta lean
Guys,
into
yeah.
it.
10 to 1.
Taking that bag of
Eastern
bread,
Standard
walking
Time.
along the dock, getting them ducks fed. 10 to 1 Eastern Standard Time.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you
Yes.
very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. We
That was,
appreciate you.
much
There'll be
appreciated.
parting gifts.
Yeah.
You know, we will be signing copies of our book
Yes.
that's soon to come out. It
Very
will be
soon.
blank, but
They'll
we'll
be
fill it
covered.
in.
They'll
We're gonna
be
fill it
covered.
in, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. It'll be,
It's called freestyle. Basically,
yeah.
we'll
It's
let you know what the next chapter is, and you can write it any way you want. And that it's a new style of writing.
It's kind of like a cumulative of
It
life
is.
stories.
Yes, and it's merit based. So if you give us
Yeah.
more money, we will write more stuff,
yes. Yes.
and the story will get better. It can get good. It can get good.
We can
But
improve it. We can
hey,
improve it.
Zach, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to roll. If you're still getting yourself set up, then that's fine. All good. But yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna have Chris the Flash coming on.
Yep.
But fortunately for us, we have the technology to be able to have as many people as, well, not as many people,
Well,
but we can have
a couple.
several people
Few.
on and everything. And but this is one of those deals where I felt like it was
Mm-hmm.
though I couldn't get up with you to let you know what we were doing. I just knew that it would be a
Yeah.
subject that flies, and a subject that I want to bring attention to in my own little bit of way.
Yes, sir.
Even if there was only one other person in the world listening, I would want them to hear it. So it's just important to me. But we'll start digging into that after the we're gonna get into it. I'm still trying to process everything in my brain, so y'all just have to forgive me because I'm that guy that I'm just trying to get what I want. I'm trying to get everything in my brain worked out that I want to hear about before we go, so that I don't forget something, that I don't
Yeah.
forget how to ask a question or whatever. And I'm gonna throw this out there. Hey, Elevated Einstein, you're welcome to join in here at the 11:30 hour after lunchtime. We're gonna just, it's gonna be dedicated to that. So you're more than welcome. Just know that you're more than welcome to join in on the conversation as well if you choose so. Just so that you know. But what's up, Elevated Einstein? We got a special guest in the house. You might know who it is. We'll see. here in just a second. Hey, Zach, if you're ready, give me a thumbs up because I can't hear you, but I can see you down there, my man. Can you hear me, Zach? You gotta give me a thumbs
you
up.
good to go, Zach? If you give us
Can
a
you
thumbs
hear me,
up,
my
we know
brother?
you're good.
Can you hear me? Hey, Zach, can you hear me?
I don't think you can.
Can you hear me, my brother?
I wonder, is he trying on his phone?
I'm gonna try this.
There
Can you
go.
hear us, Zach?
There you go.
There you go. I don't think you can hear us. Hold on a second.
Well, I see.
Hold on.
You know, down below, I see he's got two things there. I wonder if that's causing him a bit of trouble.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna kick that one from the studio.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. And now, can you hear me, Zach? Can you hear? Hold on. I'm gonna call him.
Yeah.
Hold on.
If he's on his phone,
Go ahead. Hey, Sean, I'm gonna drop back.
Sure.
And I'm gonna let you take over, and I'm gonna give Zach a call, and then I'll be right back up here in just a minute. Okay, brother?
Sounds great.
All right. Very good.
All right, so we're gonna work out a few things here to get, because sometimes when we have people come on, if you're using your phone in particular, which a lot of people seem to, sometimes you can't hear if you don't have a set of headphones in. Sometimes if you're too close, it'll feed back on you, but he's gonna figure it out here right now. And while he does that, what I'm gonna do for all y'all is I'm gonna play a track called "For the Two of Us." It was one I wrote a couple days ago, and about a week ago, I guess now. So anyway, I'll let that rock. Appreciate every single one of you, both me and Guy at the Guy and Shine Show from 10 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, and this song's called "For the Two of Us" by myself. Thank you. You gonna stay? You gonna go? I ask questions, you say you don't know what you wanna do. So you say that I felt like a weight around your neck. Yeah, excuse me, and we're back. So, yeah, that tune was kind of written about just kind of the idea of, no matter what happens in your life, whatever you're dealing with, excuse me, there's always a way through it, and we're gonna have some pretty interesting conversation coming up here pretty soon. We got Tommy coming up. He's going to be doing some tech question stuff for you guys. If I know he's got a few things lined up already, and then Guy's going to have his buddy coming up, Zach, which is going to be super cool when we get that end of it figured out. But yeah, just appreciate every single one of you being here and being taking your time spending it with us. We understand you could be spending it anywhere else, so we really appreciate having you guys here, every single one of you. And I truly hope things are going well, for each one of you. On this end, things have been going really well. We've been doing mornings, as you guys know, from 10 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. And then we've been doing the evenings as well, which is cool because we have plans on kind of doing a little bit more of what we're doing in the evening. We use that time to sort out some sound stuff, sort out the back and forth playability between myself and Guy. So that's something that we will be doing here a little bit more. So be able to actually bring you live and do the video thing, and then have different people come on and hang out with us, so to speak. So that's the plan for now, and that's what we'll be moving ahead with. And excuse me. Yeah, sorry. Just looking at what's going on here in the background, and also doing this. So I was getting back to trying to get my hands back. All right, so I stopped playing guitar for probably close to 10 years, and there was a lot of reasons behind that. But one thing that I really admired is the people that were able to play with their hands, and what I mean by that is like you're picking with your, how do I want to say that? Finger picking instead of using a straight pick. So this is a song that I did. It was again around last week. When you get on a run, you get on a run. And this one's called A Better Way. And I'm going to go ahead and play that up here for us. And I think after that, we'll be on lock for what's coming up for the people coming up on the show. So enjoy. Again, this one's called A Better Way. So we'll see y'all in a few minutes. Appreciate every single one of you for being here with us. Had a thought run through my head the other day like a lightning bolt. Seemed that I could turn it into something that I could use, so I revolt. Same old story, same old trouble seems to follow me everywhere. But now I'm ready for something as best as I can prepare. Tell them when I'm gone what I've said. It's better to live on your feet than suffer on your knees. The meaning to life never meant that much to me. It was more about the journey than anything believed. Some say the way that I think, some criticize the way I speak, but it was me here all along. And I'm still the one singing these songs about a better way. Something that maybe we could all believe. And if it don't work out, it can't get any worse right now. I think yourselves out with things you truly don't believe. I see the greatness in you and me. You and me. What it all could be. And there we go. I think we've got her figured out. Do we? How we doing, guy? How we doing, my guy?
I think that we've got it pretty well figured out, man. He's gonna what he's gonna do. I put you a message down in the private chat, but
Oh, yeah.
I was just trying to tell you that he's gonna just get do his computer. He's just I told him, I said, just take your time because we got a couple things
yeah.
coming anyway,
Yep.
and just get on the computer because it make it better in the long run. So it's like,
Sure.
you know what I mean. So I told him, just don't even worry about that. Just go ahead and do the computer and get that lined out, and we'll be ready whenever. So he'll be back here in just a minute and get that lined out, and it'll be better. Actually, it'll be better to just do the computer, and
Yep.
it'll be more solid, more solid and everything. So,
Absolutely.
we'll be back with that. But we've got brother Chris the Flash coming on here in just a few minutes to talk for a little bit with us and hang out. And then, like I say, me and Sean, well, the freedom is that when we feel like something's important enough, then it can trump things. And this is one of those topics where I feel like it's deserving, and it also just happens to be a very personal relationship of mine. And so I'm gonna I'm gonna spend the time it takes, and we're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna dig in, and we're just gonna let the conversation go where it is. And everybody's got their opinions. But when you're trying to work through some things, sometimes the best thing to do with your opinion is keep it in your pocket and let somebody get some things out, talk about some things. Because as we know, opinions are like buttholes. Everybody's got one, and they probably have a bit of a smell. So in this situation,
you gotta keep it PG. I won't say
indeed,
what I was gonna
and
say.
in this situation, I feel
Yeah.
there's two ultimate goals of mine. One is I want to share on this topic, and I want to get to speak on it, and I want to get to hear about it more than anything.
Yeah.
But I also want to give someone who I love personally an opportunity to have a chance to express himself on the best. I don't have much, but any platform I have is his platform.
well, yeah,
And if this is a
absolutely.
way that I can give him a chance to express what he's got going on, have it on tape, have it on air, and let everybody get to hear it and get some stuff off his chest, then hey, you know what? That's exactly what this platform's for.
Yes, it is. I couldn't
so-
agree. I couldn't agree more. And like, I know what the topic is, and I'm not going to give it away, but I will say that when anything like this happens, okay, anything, and it strikes close to home, you know what I mean? Like, there's an extra ramping up, I find, that really, really strikes me in a place that's like, this is enough now. This is more than enough, you know. And I was doing some cruising earlier, and I won't even get into too much of what they were talking about, but like, I'd just like to say we all have a lot more in common than we have different. You know what I mean? So be careful what you're listening to and some of the stuff going around, because it's not always. In fact, most of the time I find it's not actually what seems to be the situation, and that's been an excellent thing. Like, again, I'm in Canada, guys in America, and just me and him talking back and forth. I'll be like, well, what's going on with this? Or he'll be like, what's going on with that? I'll be like, you know what I mean? It's just weird how like some stuff gets pumped somewhere and then other stuff gets pumped other places, excuse me, and then everybody's getting all revved up about something.
Yeah.
And they don't even know what they're revved up because you haven't taken the time to be like, well, wait a minute, like, I live here. You know what I mean? And like,
Well, it makes as much sense as revving your engine up when you're sitting in a parking spot. I
well,
mean,
that's
hell,
kind
you're
of
not going
fun,
nowhere.
though.
I mean,
That's
what are you
kinda
doing?
fun.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At
some
least be at a
donuts.
red light and feel like you're ready
Yeah,
to roll.
yeah.
You know, but
Pretending to race. Yeah.
yeah, but Hey, shout out to 14 in the house. We got an exciting after show coming up here. We're already 20 minutes into the after show, but we have a great topic coming up, and we have time, so we're gonna spend some with it, and
Yeah.
we're gonna see where the conversation goes. We're gonna dig in, and most importantly, guys, it's like this, man. I can't say it enough. Um, you know, if I'm given the opportunity to give a man or woman, human
Anybody.
being, an opportunity to have, to, if there's ever a chance to share a platform, then it's to give someone an opportunity to get something off their chest.
Mm-hmm.
And if they feel so led to share it with others so that maybe it helps them, then man, that's what I'm all about. And that's what we're gonna do.
Well,
Because I feel like this could be an opportunity to get some things out there, but also an opportunity for some that maybe questioning where they're at with things, or maybe just questioning how they feel about some things, and just know, hey,
well,
there's others that feel exactly the same way. So
and it's a learning opportunity. Like, you know what I mean? Like, again, this a lot of people don't know really what a lot of different people are dealing with in every sense I can say that. And sometimes these situations happen which just should not happen, in my personal opinion. And you know, yeah, that's all I'll say on that for right now, because I really want to hear him tell it from his side.
yeah, we're gonna get a good story on it, and we're gonna
Yeah.
get firsthand accounts, and we're gonna also get the opportunity to ask real questions without forming an opinion around the question, but asking a question just to know what do you think about it? How is it that you feel inside
Yep.
your feelings on it? And then also share. We're just going to share, guys. I'm excited about this.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is Guy and Shine. Always good vibes. Always good vibes. It's always good vibes to have an opportunity to share real stuff and dig in sometimes. But we got Chris the Flash coming up, who's going to share just a little bit about his page and what he's got going on. And then we've got Tommy coming up, going to do a little bit on some tech stuff and StreamYard stuff. And then after that, then the show is gonna take a little bit of a different turn, and we're gonna still be doing good vibes, but we're gonna get on to a topic, and I mean, just I mean, it's no secret.
Mhm.
We're gonna talk about mental health, and some of the things surrounding mental health, and things, treatment of people who
Yes.
have issues, especially our veterans who are suffering. And when you go ask for help, there needs to be proper help for you.
Correct.
Okay?
Yep.
To go ask for help, okay, that's you can't take nothing away from that, but then you get there and ask for help, and there's not a soul there that has any freaking clue
Or
what
they-
to do, how to do it, where to go. All they know is, let's lock you up and
Yep.
let's put you in jail until you
Put
calm
you on a
down. Well, you know what?
72-hour hold and see how this shakes out. You know,
Yeah.
and that's not
Yep.
that ain't right. I'm just
Yeah, it
gonna
ain't
say
it ain't right. So it's like this is one of these things where this is going to be the way that I see fit, to let a man just have his opportunity. I know this man personally, so I give our platform to him because I know how he carries himself. I know that we could both drop out of the screen and let him just have at it, and he's going to carry it with respect, and he's
Yes,
going to
sir.
have some things to talk about. So we're going to be here to support him, and we're gonna let it go where it goes. But yes, Miss Mac,
yes,
our
they
vets
do.
need service, and the sad part is, they earned it. We have the ability to have it there, and we don't. And why?
Yeah.
And that's a question that we've been asking for a long time. And there's no excuse for any of them to need anything,
No,
and
there is
see
not.
billions of dollars going to other places.
Mm-hmm.
But yet our own veterans who make this dream that we call America possible, uh yet somehow they get stepped over, and I'm just about over that myself. So we're
Well,
gonna dig in, see what happens, and but
you-
shout out to everybody
Yeah,
here.
appreciate all y'all.
Shout out to everybody. Christo
Yeah.
Flash. Hey Chris, if you would like to come on a touch early,
Yeah,
then we
let
would
us
love
know.
to have you, because we have a special guest. We didn't. I just did not expect that we were going to be able to have them on. So if you would like to come on up and talk for a little bit, then I'll drop the link for you, and you can pop on in and talk. And then we can have Tommy come up with his tech stuff, and then after that, we can have our guest come on, Mr. Zach Bowman, my best friend of 30 years, and always obviously a friend of the Guy and Sean Show.
Yes,
He's
sir.
my best friend, so he's a friend of the Guy and
Yes, he
Sean
is.
Show, and we've had some drama take place in our lives here, with him, and we're gonna have him come on and talk about it, and we're gonna just talk about it. We're gonna see where the conversation goes. So we're excited about that. But Chris, uh, okay, so is that are you wanting to wait for another time? I mean, because like I say, we're men of our word. We promised you
Yep, yep.
the opportunity to be up here with us today, so we're trying to uphold to that. But we do have I mean,
Template, if you will.
we have a, yeah, like
Yep.
it just popped in
It.
on we it popped up on us out of the blue this
Yeah.
morning, Chris, and we didn't know we would have the opportunity to be able to have a chance to sit down with Zach. So that's why we're trying to make room. Well, we're not trying to make room. We've made room. I mean, that's the way it's gonna that's the way it's gonna fly. But that you're always well. Okay, try again tomorrow. Well, actually, Chris, that happens to work out really well,
Yeah.
because then that gives us an opportunity to be men of our word and still offer you the chance to come up. But being
Absolutely.
you're having issues with your internet, tomorrow works out perfect for us,
Yep.
and then we can have Tommy do his tech stuff here in
Mm-hmm.
just a few minutes, and then that frees up a
Perfect.
little extra opportunity to go ahead
I'm
and
sorry about the fact you're having troubles, Chris, but yeah, we'll do her tomorrow, buddy. It's weird, I never noticed this much trouble with the internet. Like before, I'd say like the last 3 months, and everybody seems to be having trouble with internet, no matter where they're at now. It's weird, huh?
it's Hey, thank you, Chris. We appreciate you understanding. You don't owe us no apology at all. We understand that
No, dude,
anyway.
don't
But
worry about that. No.
you might enjoy the conversation and everything as well, Chris. So shout out to Chris Flash. Double tap that screen for you fellas. Hit the like button.
Hit
Share
that
this
like
stream if
button.
you don't mind. Shout out to you, brother.
Yes,
Shout
sir.
out to you,
Yes,
brother
sir.
Williams. I see you. Thank you very much, brother William. Always good conversations here. Your awesomeness. Thank you,
Appreciate
brother
you, buddy.
William. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Gen X Effect in the house. We appreciate you. I see you. Real odds and evens. Thank you. Uh, thank you. We
Yeah.
appreciate.
Yeah,
We appreciate.
it's been weird. It's like, like I know up here when they switched everything from the 3G to 5G, was like I thought this was an upgrade, you know what I mean? And like you can see the tower from the house. It's like how's
It.
it not working? But I actually had somebody show me. They're like, "Oh, you can switch back to 3G," which is what I just switched it on the phone like they showed me, and I keep it there and it seems to be okay, but I don't know, could just be an up here thing. Who
I
knows?
see MCK Paranormal Files. Almost went right past your name, man. It blended in on me. I see you, brother Morgan. Thank you for being here, surviving together. I thank you, Miss Mack, and I hope this is a topic that makes you proud, because we're reaching out in the
Could
best
be.
way that we know how,
Yeah.
and that's all we can do, guys. That's all we can do in the end, when you're not you're not in a position where you can take anything from anybody. All you can do is let them be able to talk about it, and learn, and just be honest with things.
And
Uh,
really get the big picture on what's going on. Because, like, yeah, I'll say this: like, Canada is not it's a big country as far as land mass goes, but population wise, it's not huge, right? Like, I don't even know anymore. I think like 300 million sounds about right, like for the total population.
mm-hmm.
Now, out of that amount of people, 100,000 homeless veterans in this country. Think about that.
It's ignorant.
It's beyond.
It's
It's beyond.
it,
And the worst part is there's a large majority of them that live behind our parliament building
uh,
in our capital.
It's not
And-
like they're not seen.
You
You know,
the
like,
prime minister literally walks past you. You know what I mean? And be like, man, whatever.
it means the world to us, odds and
Yeah.
evens. Just so you know,
Yeah.
said it might not mean much, but I like what y'all are doing.
It does
No,
mean a lot.
it means the
does.
world to us.
We
We appreciate
say
that.
You know, without you guys, there'd be no us. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man. Hey, absolutely, absolutely, man. Y'all, we appreciate every single person, every single
Every one of you.
person.
Yeah.
And Sean and I are trying our best to create a platform in which that if we have the opportunity to provide you an opportunity to have a chance to reach one other person that you wouldn't have been able to reach, then that, hey, if it's a worthy reach, then I'm all about helping out. I'm all about let's do that.
Let's talk
And that's
about it. Let's
yeah,
get
let's
it out
talk
there,
about it.
you know?
And
Because
I love it.
First-hand account, you know what I mean? Like this is the experience I dealt with, and like a lot of people are like, yeah. Anyway, it's shocking, the treatment, and there are checks and balances that are supposed to be done, and I know this firsthand that are absolutely supposed to be done, and then these hot situations happen, and everything turns quick, and everybody's just trying to go oh,
Yep.
you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what it is, and you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta know when to lean back and when to lean into it, because it can jam you up. It can jam you up in a lot of ways. Right?
Indeed. Indeed. Good vibes, everybody. Shout out to everyone in the house. We got 10 people in the house. I vote let's place another song out. And then if Tommy's ready after that song, we'll bring him up and have him go ahead and do what he do what he had planned on going. That'll be.
Perfect.
Is that going to be good with you, Tommy? Give me
Thumbs up, Tommy. If that works for you. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
He
We're
gave me a
green light.
thumbs up. And I think he might have smiled just a bit.
I think I might have seen a bit of a.
There may have been. I'm not going to say 1,000%, but I'm just going to say that it's part of the job requirement,
Yes.
Tommy.
Smiles are the
You
minimum.
smile when we talk to you and make us feel like you love being here, okay?
Oh my.
We're starting to remove letters from your title as we speak.
But
It's
a long
dwindling.
title.
It's dwindling.
It's a long title, but it's getting shorter.
Your banner's getting shorter and shorter, and next thing you know, you're out of here.
Yeah. That he
I wouldn't even know how to make him leave at this point.
he can
He's
come in
al-
anytime he wants. He's
Yeah,
done it
like
before.
he's already got access to everything. He's probably able to do stuff on here. Like I'm like, you know what I mean? So, Tommy, I love you, buddy. Don't
Yeah,
do anything.
don't
No, it's all in
don't
fun.
leave us now. Don't
We're
you
all
go
just
breaking
having fun
hearts.
here.
Don't you
No
go breaking
reason
my
to
heart.
get upset about it or anything. Yeah, no, he could lock me out of my own studio at this point. Like I wouldn't even know how to
this
get
point,
back
he
in. But
could-
like,
he
what
could take
time is it
everything.
now?
He could
How
probably-
do I get in here? Yeah.
He could AI us. and
I'd be
make a
like,
show.
all right, well, show's over, guys. Good talk. Yeah. I guess it's back to YouTube streaming then.
Well, hopefully, if you didn't get that too.
No kidding. Be calling people on my phone like,
Yeah.
oh man, yeah.
Hello,
Shout out to
this
Tommy
is
Kenny,
Guy
keeping it real
Bendy.
media.
This
He's our
doesn't
back.
sound like Guy.
Oh man, yeah, he probably does have some stuff that could sound just like me for real.
Oh, dude.
No kidding. He's one
This-
of them
this
people. He
guy's
knows how to do
capabilities-
all of it.
Yeah.
He'll hit some Control Z something and wind up taking over.
Zapping us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take his glasses off just in case they're wired or something. I ain't checking.
Maybe. Yeah, you should.
And I'm gonna get Squirrel over here just a touch closer,
Run-
so
run
I
him-
feel just a little
There
bit of
you go.
protection.
That's better. I was gonna
I mean-
suggest a magnet or tinfoil. Both will
I'm just
work.
gonna let me get him turned right here so he can see everybody because he likes to watch too. He's my biggest fan. Now, actually, move over, man.
Yeah, get out of here.
It'll
There's
be
only-
delicious
there's
in
there's
some
only room
gravy.
for one.
But he says it is possible. I'm just gonna leave it there. Yeah. I know.
We know.
Okay, Tommy, you can keep your title. Okay,
All right. It didn't
you're
happen.
still the super duper producer. Okay.
That's it. Yeah. Super,
You
that's
know,
the best title ever.
you're still
duper
super
technical
duper-
producer.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's what he asked. So, and I was like,
Well,
okay, Tommy,
we're
if that's
happy
what
to
you want us
oblige.
If that's what you really want
After a
us to
little
call
light
you,
banter, you know, a little.
I mean, yeah, Squirrel Scene,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, there you
Captain
go.
Squirrel's in the house,
He's
William. Don't
back.
you ever
He's
worry
always
about
on
it, man.
duty. Always
On
on duty.
duty, but shout out to every one of you. We appreciate you. 11 in the house. This is Guy and Shine 10 to 1
10 to 1.
Eastern Standard Time.
That's right.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Time to feed them ducks.
Feed them ducks.
You know you've been waiting to take
Shine.
a walk on the dock.
Feed them ducks.
10 to 1. You be spreading this bread. Good vibes, baby.
Yeah. Hey,
Next
just
subject.
so everyone knows, Sean and I are on a search for any footage of anything,
If you say
anything, feeding ducks
Mm-hmm.
and listening to Feed the Ducks. We're looking for it. Now, it's going to have to be verified through a stringent
will.
process that only Guy and Shine are able to,
We have a very
divulge to each other at this point because of
Correct.
security clearances and
Yes.
things like that.
Yes.
But we can, take the footage if you have it, and once we verify it through our stringent process, then
You'll be a star. What you
you'll basically you're on your way. You're
to the top, baby.
You're to the top. You're
Straight to the top.
basically you're looking down at that point because
Yeah.
everybody else
You're so
is-
bright.
you are so bright that you
Just
really
life-changing events.
it's a life change. It's
all we can do is throw it out.
You gotta
pick it up
just
and
throw it out
back.
you gotta
That's
just
it.
throw it out there. But shout out to everybody in the house. We got 11 here with us. Real odds and even stay elevated. Yeah. 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 Hey, old elevated Einstein, he said, oh yeah. I can hear him in my head with the oh yeah. I can hear it. Yeah.
That's great. I love
I'm
it,
with
man.
you.
I love it.
Krista Flash, everyone feed the ducks. Merch coming soon. Yeah, hey.
You know it.
Yeah, hey.
You know it. That's
You
gonna be
know.
like a limited run.
I'm
And
not there is
know.
no pride left in me at all at this point.
Pride.
Okay.
You should be very proud of feeding the ducks. It's one of our best pieces.
Well, I guess when it comes to,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you're right.
Not to,
We drop ship.
It happens.
I think.
If not, we'll figure it out. Tommy, figure out how to drop
I
ship.
bet, yeah, hey, Tommy, get on there. Yeah. Hey, super duper.
Drop ship. is
Drop
what we
ship.
said.
Merch.
The other word.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Just figure it
Okay.
out. All right. Next subject.
Next subject. Appreciate everybody in the house. We got 11 with us, Sean. How awesome is that?
That's amazing.
Appreciate you guys. Man, we hit 22 the other day in our chat. That was pretty
We
cool.
did. We did.
That was pretty cool, man.
That was a record day.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was, man. We did. That was really fun, man, to see that many people and a lot of comments,
New
a lot of
people, like
it was.
lots of different people. It's been very cool.
It was. It was very cool, man. So shout out to everybody who's been coming by and just hanging out with us, and we've managed to make it almost all month through February, and man, it's been a good month. It's been a really good
It has,
month,
actually.
man.
It has. And it's
record-
starting to warm up now, which puts a little bit extra fire under me. I know. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Shaking that
Record
winter.
amount of hours for me as far as just stream time, like just being on here, and it's helped me.
Mhm.
I've grew a lot by being on here and just doing it every day.
Yep.
Every day, just
Yep.
do it. And there was times I didn't want to. I ain't
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
lie. Where it
Yeah.
was like, man, I could just get away with not going on because nobody cares.
But then
Nope.
there's that second voice that's like, no.
No, we
Mm-mm.
said 10 to 1.
No.
We said 10 to 1.
No.
I don't care. We're gonna
Yeah.
go, and then it may
Hell
not.
or high water, baby. We'll be here.
Gonna go. You're gonna go.
That's right. That's right.
Yep. Hey, yeah, I did elevate it. I popped the 650 mark.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. That's what
Yeah,
they say.
it's growing, man.
Yeah, it
I
is.
think it said I gained 318 in 28 days.
It's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. So
It's
there you
silly.
go. Kids, believe in your dreams.
Yeah.
Just
keep
be
pushing,
prepared
man.
for them to show up a little bit different than you might have expected.
Indeed,
But keep
indeed.
pushing.
Keep pushing,
Yeah.
man. Keep pushing, and there's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with just humbling yourself to the situation either, and just going for it.
Not at all.
That's how I see it anyway.
That's it. Yeah, man. I mean,
Takes bullets
everyone.
away, in my opinion, Sean. If I get on here and screw up in front of everybody, then nobody has anything they can say. That you can't do nothing to hurt me at that point.
Well,
I've already
and
messed
two, I
up in
think
front
we're
of
both
everybody.
kind of baptism by fire kind of guys, which is like, just let me get in it. I know
Yeah.
things are gonna go sideways, but this is my process, and it's
Yep.
probably, you know, for me, it's the most effective one because I know, oh, don't do that again, right? Or
I
like,
can
oh,
promise you this, and I've told you this. The day that I come on here and didn't know that I didn't know about the little slide thing for the
infamous
camera.
slide.
Hey,
as we
I'm gonna
refer
tell you
to it.
what. If I hadn't have been live, that would have been a day where I just said, "The heck with it."
Uh-huh.
I'm tired of messing with it. But because I was live, I was like, I am not going to be that guy that quits. I ain't gonna be that guy. I'll be on here all day looking at this keyboard like that. I don't
Figuring it
care.
out.
I'm gonna stay on here and shout out to Big Jack because he called me personally and then he started walking me through some stuff and you know, I appreciate that kind of help. I mean, that was support
Absolutely.
for me and I needed that. It don't mean much, but I'm proud of it, man. It means the world to me.
That means,
Means
a
the
lot.
world to me.
Yes, it
Elevated Einstein. Thank you, man. Thank you. We appreciate that. We've worked hard on this, and as you know, I started my channel back in September, and
much
you know I
younger.
didn't.
Was
You
much
know I
younger.
didn't know nothing.
He was
Elevated
just
Einstein.
young and then just starting out. You know
Well,
what I mean?
He
Yeah.
knows how technologically in advanced I was. That I just didn't even use a phone very often.
No.
I didn't go on Facebook. I don't do anything. And then for
Same,
whatever
same.
reason, I
Yep.
wanted to come on YouTube. You
That's
know?
what I'm gonna do now.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, like
I'm
I
gonna
don't
pick the
even.
hardest. What's the hardest thing in the book to do? Let's do this.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's ride it out. But it
That's
means the
it,
world
man.
to me, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that. Krista Flash with the triple heart. Appreciate you, man. Gen X Effect. Appreciate you. Real odds and evens. Thank you. Thank y'all, man. We got 6 people
Appreciate
still in
all
the
of
house with us. You know,
Bringing
coming up on
Tommy
the.
in his is Tommy coming up for
Yep.
his tech ride right
If
now?
he's on the he's
Oh,
on the phone right
He's
now doing
probably talking to
important
the
Tommy
president.
stuff.
He's probably talking
Yeah.
to the president about tech support.
Yeah,
right
well, he
now.
was calling him
Yeah.
to let him know that he would be busy for the next 15 to 20, not to call him.
Listen,
So-
D Money, you're gonna have to wait.
Yeah,
I
he's
got
up on
prior-
the phone calls and texts and stuff,
It's
man.
like, I got
you
things
know.
to do. I got my own life, boy.
You
Come
know,
on now.
I mean, Tommy's like that, you know.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
all about business. He's one of them, you know.
he's
He's
moving
unstoppable, really. I
He
mean,
really is.
you know,
a force to be reckoned with.
a mile a
100%.
minute.
Oh, unreal.
It's like, where'd Tommy go?
He's here. He's there.
Yeah,
He's everywhere.
he's everywhere. He's pretty much everywhere.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, shout out to Tommy and Keeping It Real Media, working with Guy and Sean in the back and doing some producer stuff and just doing all kinds of cool things and teaching us some things.
Yep.
I've learned more
of
about
things.
control buttons and other things than I have ever. And he treats me like a kid. And I ask for it.
Oh, I
but
like it, though.
he'll only teach me one
Like-
little itty bitty thing, and then he'll be like, okay, that's enough for today. And then
It's like a good guitar teacher.
Yeah.
That's what they'll do. They'll be like, I know you want to rock and roll,
Yeah.
baby, but it's gonna take a minute to get there.
Yeah, he taught me control. The one where you highlight something if you want to find a word. He taught me that one.
That
Control
one's
F.
cool. Yep.
And then he taught me the thing where you go to the duck button up here and you hit Control and select, and it'll take you to it where you can go to a different studio,
Oh,
but
no
not
way.
drop out. Then he taught me
Oh.
Control V, which is copy and paste. Because I'm gonna tell you what. They almost broke my computer, and they would have been responsible because every time it said drag and drop, I'd drag this thing computer across and drop it in the floor.
Drop it on the ground.
And it would never send the file down. And it's like, how many times am I going to do this before this thing breaks, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody can't do it like
I think
this.
I'm doing the technique right.
Surely to God, I'd drag it, drop it, and I'd be like, well, it still ain't there. And I've done it several
Would
times.
you say you dropped it like it was hot?
Very. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, you know,
I drop it
they-
like it's hot.
they think that everybody knows drag and drop. Well, I do. I dragged it and dropped it several different times. And I mean, it's got a little bit of ding right there and a couple little scratches right there. Thankfully, I closed the screen on it before I did it. I mean,
Well, that was, you know,
That was just on a whim. I didn't know no better. I mean, shoot.
character, you know, a few character bumps on her, and that's all it
Right?
is.
You ought
That's
to
it.
see the screen, Elevated Einstein. It's all marked up. I mean, I didn't know. I didn't know.
No.
I didn't know.
Man.
Using whiteout on the screen. I was at that level when I started on here for real, man. And then learn Control V. I thought I was hot crap, but when I learned Control V, I'm like, oh, you want to copy and paste some stuff? Okay, let's copy and paste some stuff in. I'm all about it, man. You can't
There you
get me
go.
now. Hey, shout
you
out to everybody in the house. We got 10 people still with us. We
Appreciate
appreciate
you.
it.
Oh, yeah, today. It's Wednesday, February 26th. Look at that. This month's almost gone. What do we got? 2 days left in this
We only
month?
got a couple days left, man. We only got Cecilia, Vlogs. Shout out to everyone here in the chat. We see ya. We see ya. Thank
Yeah,
you
we
very much
appreciate
for
you.
being here. This is Guy and Shine, 10 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. We've got Tommy coming up with some tech tips here in just a little bit. When
Just got to wrap up with the White House.
yeah, he's
and then
doing
he'll be-
super duper producer stuff right now.
Yeah.
And he'll
Yeah.
be available in a minute. He does all kinds of super duper producer stuff.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
he's got a big
man
title.
with
He's got a big
plan.
title.
Yeah, and a big title.
It's
You
a
know.
big title.
So fill in your own blanks on the rest of that, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. And I mean that's him being humble when he
Oh.
you know,
yeah. Just
like if he'd have just been one of them to brag, his title would have been even bigger.
yeah.
But you know, we told him here on the Guy and Shine show we have to show a little humility. So let's not double stack the title.
You
Let's
know.
just do a one
And
line
it's
title.
hard to get
That's
that
it.
gold lettering for his desk. You know what I mean? If it's too
Right.
big, you can't get all the words.
Yeah, I
in
mean
there,
it.
so,
Well,
like,
yeah, I mean, come on now. I mean, you know, let's not get carried away. You know what I mean? Like, you
No.
know, hey,
what
guess
about-
who's back?
Who's back?
Back again. Hey, do you need me to drop the link again, brother?
It is back. Oh,
If you need
nice.
me
There
to,
we
I
go.
will.
There we go.
Hey, it'll work out better though, Zach, because being through your computer and stuff, man, it'll do a better job for you, I think.
Perfect.
More than likely it will. But when we're gonna bring up Tommy to do his tech stuff when he gets done doing his super duper producer
Call
stuff.
it the president.
Right now he's on the phone with Joe Rogan and Donald Trump, and
Trying to
he's
work
waiting
out a
on
deal.
Elon to tag in, and then he'll be back with
Something
us.
about rockets. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we told him it was fine, being he was working with them. Like, okay, look, but just get back here, okay?
it
Because
looks
this
like
is your
you-
time on the Guy and Shine show. This
Yeah.
is not time
It's a
for
limited
Prez.
window.
This ain't time for Elon. This ain't time
He
for
can
all
wait.
Joe
He's got
Rogan.
all the time in the world.
Yeah,
All the time in the world.
I mean, you gotta, yeah. I mean, they're rich. They got all the time they need.
That's it.
I mean,
That's
they
it.
bought time. I mean,
Turn on the chat. Okay, so Tommy is ready to rock. He says.
all of a sudden we're on his time.
We've
Well, I'll tell you
permission
what.
Granted. It's been.
I was
sent down
just
from
getting ready to
command.
do some more shout outs, so you'll
You'll
come
just-
up when I
you-
tell you.
You just have to wait, fella.
Yeah. That's funny.
Oh, my.
Two trailer park girls go round and round. Hey,
Round the outside. Round
Round
the
the
outside.
outside.
Oh, that's a great tune.
yeah.
They created a
Trailer park
monster
girls.
because nobody wants to see Marshall
Yeah,
no more. They
yeah.
want Shady. I got chopped. If you want Shady, this is what I'll give you. A little.
Yeah.
No, I mixed it up, but you know where
Yeah.
I was going.
I'm gonna bring you on up, Tommy.
Yep.
Get dressed.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Waste
Oh no!
Yeah, like,
That was too soon. No, that's just kidding.
yeah. Hey, here we go. This
Oh,
is
wait,
Tommy.
hold on. Let me fix my audio here.
Yeah, you got a little bit of both.
Got it back in my ears. I just gotta get it back in my ears. There you go.
Okay, good job, man. Good job. Welcome, Tommy Kenyon from Keeping It Real Media. We appreciate you being here, the super duper producer in the house. How was Don and Elon and Joe Rogan doing? Wasn't that who you was talking to on the phone?
Don, Elon, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, and Don.
Might be.
Yeah,
Might be some surprises.
Yeah, you don't have to. I mean, I wasn't trying to ask what the conversation was about. I just was saying, is everybody doing good? Is Prez okay? Is Elon okay? Is Joe Rogan doing fine?
They're working through some stuff.
Okay. Well, that's the main thing. Yeah.
Working through it.
I was telling everybody that you was on the phone with Joe Rogan and Don and Elon, just so you know where that come from.
I'd sit
But
down
that's
with
just
a conversation on that podcast anytime.
oh, you ain't, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. This will make me a fly on the wall, and I'd be happy.
Be
But
open.
yeah, yeah, man. Well, shout out. What motivates you both to be a light, knowing at times surroundings can be dark? I tell you what, real odds and evens. I'm gonna highlight that, and I'm gonna put that comment right there. And then when Tommy gets done sharing his tech, and we get started with the next part of our show, then we'll do a little sharing on that, and we'll touch
I
base on
got
that for sure.
I got stuff to say on that
Okay, and
for
Tommy's gonna
sure.
have some stuff. But Tommy, I'm gonna give you the stage, and I'm gonna let you do your thing, and then when you're done, you just I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here listening, but I'm just gonna drop out and let you have the stage, and you take over from here. Okay?
How much time?
Oh, you got about 35 seconds starting now. Is that enough? Did you need more?
I I'm not sure. It
40 seconds? Is that good or no? No, I mean, what do you?
will be a really quick run through.
I was excited to hear how that went, because I'm sure it would be
Wow, talk about
interesting.
speed talking. I know people can talk fast.
Yeah, you would have to go
I'm
for it.
not
But
one of them.
yeah, hey, just take the time you take what you need to take to do what you want to do on this morning's man. I mean, you got it's
Yeah,
11:50.
I want to
Joe,
do a high level look around like knowing software and compare to Zoom because we all probably know Zoom at one point or another. I want to do stuff like that.
okay. Well, how long do you figure you need? And that's how long you get.
15, 20 minutes tops.
All right. See you in 15, 20 minutes. This is Tommy Kenyon, keeping it real media, Guy and Shine Show with Tommy Kenyon, our super duper producer. I'll see you in just a little bit, Tommy.
Hello, excited to be here. Thank you for giving me the time and stage to talk about this exciting stuff that's been happening all wrong. Whether you're live streaming, whether you're on Zooming, whether you're remote call, whether you're in person, like there's all these stuff. It translates to how you do where whatever you're doing. It's the same stuff. How you connect and what I've learned from Guy myself and helped me realize a couple things. Networking is networking, whether you're online and Zoom, and it's no different with how you're seen, how you're heard. And I'm gonna bring up this. I have some slides with some pictures. I'm gonna bring up to the stage as well, and it's all about. I'm talking about more software for what we're doing here today. Actually, live streaming, through knowing your software, through whether you're familiar, comfortable with OBS, StreamYard, Riverside, Streamlabs, Who's Squadcast, Zoom, and there's some WebEx as well. All these they're the same, but they have differences. And anyone familiar with any of these, I know we've all probably used Zoom, especially in the last 5 years. We've gone remote, but shout out in the chat anyone who's familiar with any of these. I'm gonna hit on just a high level, high view of what these all kind like look like, and might see some familiar faces in this presentation as well. I want to move on to first one here. Just hey, who's that little who's that person? Who's that crazy person there? Using OBS. It's just a screenshot of OBS, Open Broadcaster Software. It stands for. It's free to download on Mac, PC. Recommend the resources to have. Recommend the knowledge that you need for this to be able to have the video, the audio knowledge. Like that's more recommended because it's not like this StreamYard where it's like the iPhone of streaming. StreamYard makes things very easy You might recognize these two people here on the screen using StreamYard. It's what we're doing right now. Of course, I just decided to take that screenshot, and that's a little back end look of what StreamYard can look like, especially when you're bringing in guests, when you can change presets, brand, color, theme, style, all, you name it. You can go into banners and pop up like Guy does all the time, pop up banners on the screen, media assets when they play their video clips and music. And so then next, there's another software called Riverside IO. And again, this is just a high level. If and anyone is just anything learning more about this stuff, this is just high level stuff that to look on. We're not diving deep into anything unless anyone's really interested. But there's Riverside IO. That's another platform for streaming, recording, and then Streamlabs looks to me similar. I've heard a lot about it, but until I took the screenshot, it looks very similar to OBS. And then there's another one, Squadcast. But the main thing I wanted to get on is like the video, audio, and how you can get you to be seen and heard the best on whether it's Streamlabs, whether it's Riverside IO, whether it's StreamYard, whether it's OBS, how you can show up looking your best online. And I'm going to start getting into Zoom, and Zoom is the one that we probably have most in common with. And I'm going to start with the video aspect, and that's choosing the right device, choosing the right, we'll call it a peripheral device, like you have mouse, trackpad, mouse, keyboard, or camera. That's I'm up here looking at the camera, choosing the right camera. Then you can see here I'm using an HD Pro webcam C920. And what does that mean to you? That's the model camera. And then I can't click on it, but if you drop down like here on the Zoom screen, you can see all the different devices I actually have hooked up that shows video. That I can actually use I've done this a couple times, but I can actually switch over. Oh, I can't right now because it has to be on the same Wi-Fi network. And it doesn't look like it is, but I could, like on this screenshot, I can switch over to my iPhone and use that as a webcam. And getting a call, I need to put it on Do Not Disturb. I can switch over to phone as used as a webcam. I can use my Mac onboard camera. Many different options you can go with video, and then you can mirror the camera, where mirroring helps with showing your movement, like where you're going on screen. It doesn't when you're looking at camera, seeing the screen, it can show like your opposite movement, or if you mirror, it can like follow. Like if you move here, it can. Either way, you have to know what's setting when you mirror the camera. All the stuff you can do, touch up appearance, but in my experience with touching up any appearances, whether you Zoom, StreamYard, it adds processing resource, and you might hear that fan come on your computer once you start to add these touch up effects to this, because it adds processing power. And then same goes with audio. As I switch over to audio here, audio screenshot. Now, I use something that's called SWB Audio Capture, where I have all my audio going in and out of StreamYard or Zoom. Just got it actually fixed right now. There's something up with my driver, but got it fixed, and this is how I'm able to share a screen and share the audio at the same time. Everything goes through this one. I can show you. It's up here in the corner. You can see the levels this is how I choose to hear. If it's I hear like Guy and Shine, I hear them in my ears, or I can choose another speaker wherever in here. But if I choose this, then it'll create that looping effect, and you'll all hear that as well. It'll sound like an echo or feedback or something. So I just the best way to go is edit external headphones there. But this is how I route outgoing and incoming route microphone through this, and it all goes through SWB. And if I didn't do that, then I'd choose my AT2020 USB as a microphone. I'd choose headphones out here as a speaker, or set both to SWB and then let this drive all audio. So there's any questions? I know that there might be a little more. I might just stop it right there. I think that might get any other questions. Let's see. And see if there's any other questions, or that I was this way too confusing, or can I go deeper? Trying to just do not disturb. This should be do not disturb as well. Get rid of that dinging. Okay. Good morning to everyone in the chat. I'm seeing all the good mornings. Source, Dan, Jarrett, Source, Gen X, Mac. If there's no questions, then I might be done. But I just wanted to. Which streaming service do you prefer? Streaming service? What do you mean? And I can. I'll drop this down, and we can have a conversation on the screen too. Even.
So there we go. So what I was wondering is is there a particular, because like I run off a Mac, right? And I know when I first started using StreamYard, just because of the file formatting, I had it was more my editor, I think, than the computer was set to. But when I was going to try to download it, and I think that's an important thing for people to know, because I had trouble with that. I was trying to go through the App Store to download my stream thing, and I realized I actually had to use the browser to do it. You know what I mean? Because there's so many of these streaming platforms and stuff, at least on the Mac side, if you go through the App Store. And just a word of warning, if you're not as technical savvy as I am, you can start paying for these apps and these conversions and stuff that you don't need at all, right? And they're $40 a hit. And I remember doing that one night, trying to figure out how can I be more effective on my end and help Guy out, you know what I mean? So just paying money for all this stuff, and you're the next day you're I get what you're saying now, dude. No, you just go through the browser. So something important to know, I find, if anybody wants to use this, because also from your phone to your computer, if you have one, big difference. I prefer working off the computer myself, you know what I mean? Because it's just too small. But yeah, so, but OBS, because I hear you talk about that one a lot. What's the big difference between, say, that and StreamYard?
Put it in phone perspective. Yeah. It's iPhone versus Android.
Okay, so it's Android?
StreamYard's user friendly.
Okay.
OBS is technical friendly.
Gotcha. So it's
this could be an oxymoron.
Yeah, I like that. But do you use any audio programs specifically? I use Logic for recording and stuff in the background. Do you work with any of that stuff, Cubase or Logic or anything like that?
Cubase or Logic? I don't use any of those. The only one I shared a minute ago, which you mentioned all those conversion things. This is not so much conversion; it's more audio routing. Okay. That SWB, it's $12 a year. that's the greatest thing, to allow me to share my screen and audio. If I want to like I'll put up like a YouTube clip, and if there's audio and you watch a YouTube clip, it allows you to share video and audio on a recording stream, and you can add context to it, whatever you want to do with it. Talk about, discuss, analyze, whatever you want to do.
And
That allows me to do all that and route all audio, incoming, outgoing.
So you don't have, when you use that, I'm guessing it doesn't, it prevents a lag. Is that the idea behind it?
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha. That's
it's all
good to know.
seamless audio.
Cool, man. Excellent. Well, Guy, how we doing, buddy? I see you back there. Yeah.
But I want to mention real quick on the downloading thing. StreamYard is available, especially at how Zach was coming in a minute ago from his phone. StreamYard as a guest. I'm not sure if the actual StreamYard, it is available in the app stores, because you can download, because it should be available on phones. That is in the app store.
That
You
is
can-
in the app store on the phone. You're right. That's how I got it on the phone, and on here I had to go through. That's why I was so confused, because I'm like, why is this so different? But that's just Mac.
But the main stuff, a lot of extensions you get it through the browser. Yeah.
Right. Yep. Well, I'm glad I know that, because literally I wasted tons of money trying to figure that stuff out, and then you just hit the browser. So lesson learned. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good episode indeed, man. Great job, man.
Yeah.
Great job.
Excellent job, Tommy. Thank you.
We did get things figured out. He's got his computer going and everything, and we was just making sure. I called him to make sure that because you can't talk to each other down here. You can just see. So it was like, okay, the easiest way to get this accomplished is a call. They're like, all right, man. Yeah, if I see you, we're good. So I think we're good. He's got everything lined out on his side, and I thought maybe whenever Tommy was done with his part, then we would play out a song, and then as soon as that song come up, we'll come back in, and me and you and Zach will.
Yeah, I'm interested in hearing what Zach has to say.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well then, let's do that. Great job, Tom.
Yes,
Shout out to
thank you,
Tommy
Tommy.
Kenyon Media at
Tom
Keeping It
Kenyon.
Real Media. Yeah, man, he's the super duper producer here on the Guy and Shine Show,
Super
and
technical
also Joe
producer
Rogan
advisor. Yep.
and Elon and Don.
Yep.
Everything podcast.
He's pretty much everywhere. He pretty much is. He's everywhere.
That's
He's
it.
pretty much
That's it.
everywhere. Hence, that's why he's here.
Right
But
now.
I try not to use words I can't spell. But shout out to. Hey, great job though, Tommy. Great
Yeah,
job,
excellent
Sean. Very informative. I'm sure that there's people out there that are like, okay, all right, I'm picking up what you're putting down, and
Well, even while you were talking about the mirroring thing, I was like, oh yeah. And I clicked it. I was like, finally, now when I move this way, I'm moving this way, because it's always like, you know what I mean? I feel like a cobra doing some kind of dance.
Yeah, it's
over
gonna
here,
be-
wondering which way to move.
it is funny, man.
Yeah.
That's funny. It's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
The great and powerful guru, as Elevated Einstein
Hey,
says.
that's a
Yes,
good one.
that's exactly what we were thinking.
Yes.
That's exactly what
It's
I
like
was
you read our
thinking, Elevated.
minds.
Yeah, it's as if you was in my mind just dancing around. And that's not good for you or me.
No, it's not a place to be on a good day. I'll
That's
tell
not
you that.
healthy for either one of us, for you to be in my mind dancing around, because the things you could pick up could be unhealthy for you. The things that you could drop off could be unhealthy for
The
me.
trouble is you can never unsee.
You can,
Not safe
Yeah.
for work.
not safe for work.
Yeah.
Help. He said, help. Help.
Help.
Help.
Especially no hot tubs.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I got a whole series on that.
Oh, God. All right, moving
it's
on.
Next subject.
Oh, good talk, guys. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody
Y'all
in
know
the
you love
house.
me.
Yeah.
Y'all know you love me.
I love it, man. Yeah, I do. It's funny.
Got a laugh and a smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
twofer.
hey.
That's a twofer. We love
Hey,
that.
it worked out well. Worked out
Fantastic.
well. Hey, shout out to you
Fantastic.
guys. Shout out to everybody in the house. We got 8 people still with us. This is Guy and Shine with Tommy
Appreciate
Kenyon,
you
Keeping
guys.
It Real Media, the super duper producer in the house, showing us some stuff. doing all of his guru greatness,
Mm-hmm.
and just being the super duper producer that he is,
Yes.
and also a
Taking us
friend of
from
the
the
Guy and Shine
analog
show.
cave world we lived into this digital
Uh,
realm.
yes,
Bless you, sir.
yes, yes.
Absolutely.
He was shepherding us through
Mm-hmm.
our field of woes in the technical.
You gotta write this
Yeah,
stuff
moving
down. You
on.
gotta next
Shout out
subject.
to yeah, shout out to everybody. All right, I'm gonna see if
Yeah.
well, here in just a few minutes, brother Zach will be ready to come up with us. Shout out again to Tommy Kenyon, keeping it real media. We
Yeah.
appreciate you, my brother. Thank you, for your very informative, very very good, very to
And
point.
Tommy
I
will be
like it.
on here doing this, so you guys know if you got questions, if you come across something, write it down because this guy can answer it for you in like under 10 seconds.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
in a way you'll understand whatever your level is.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He was even able to teach me. So you
And I
know.
mean, if that
Hey.
could happen, I mean,
Hey, hey, there's all kinds of opportunity in this
anything
world
can
if
be
that's the
done.
case,
No
man.
dream is too large.
No
Shoot
dream
for
is
the
too
stars.
large, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Real Odds and Evens. They had a question here, and while we're waiting on Brother Zach to get himself situated and back in the house, they had I highlighted it, and it was right before we went off, Sean, and it said,
Oh,
"Question: What motivates you both to be a light, knowing at times surroundings can be dark?" That's a good question.
that's a very good
You're more
question.
than welcome to have at it first, or whatever you.
Well, I'll answer it pretty straightforward. I spend enough time in the dark, believing that that's where I was to be, and that circumstance was falling upon me. Not that I was creating it, and I had a choice. And once I realized that, and I realized that I had enough of hanging out in the dark and all that comes with that, it was time to change it up. And it wasn't that hard to do when I got myself together, but that would be my answer for that on that. And getting myself back to, for me, like I said, music's always been my way back to myself. And every time it's not been part, whether it's just me playing or noodling around, or whether it's on here with you guys, I gotta have that tetherment of attachment to bring me back. So that's my
Indeed,
answer.
indeed. I can get down with that. Not I would say I agree 100% with that, and I'll just add my little 2 cents. Um, I guess when you live a life that has been like mine, I've always put myself in some really bad situations, by choice and by circumstance. And I've always found myself looking for challenges whenever there was an opportunity to be, competitive at something or to go against the grain. It seemed like I was always willing to go for that. And as a teenager, I guess we would refer to that as being a rebel or being a rebellion. Well, as an adult, I have found that to be a light and to be that in this world, then that's the biggest challenge of all for me because there's everything out there suggesting otherwise. And there's a lot of things, a lot of forces pushing against that. But that's a challenge. And it's a challenge to stay positive and stay motivated and find the lessons. It's not always good. The things that happen in life ain't always good, but there is always a lesson if you give it the time it takes to learn the lesson and not just react, which has been one of my biggest problems my whole life. So, yeah, it's basically, I guess, to answer the question in short, it's just a challenge. It's a challenge to me now. Okay, I see all this other stuff now. How can I be different? And the way I can be different is I'm gonna just always try to throw out good vibes and be positive and try to look for lessons. Not always look for good because there ain't always it ain't always rosy the things that happen, but we can find the lessons in it. We can find that. So question, and we appreciate those types of questions because
I
those are ones
second
that,
that.
that we could go into and
That was a great response. Absolutely. And the challenge is like you said. I don't know. I seen that somewhere in a book I was reading the other day, and the fella said, "Good or bad, there's always a lesson to be learned. You get to decide how you pull out of it, right?" And yeah, you nailed it, man. I second what you say 100%. So good job. Very good job.
Shout out to a great question. Shout out to
Yeah,
I
appreciate
like
that.
getting I like that. Appreciate you, Real Odds and Evens, for asking us that question. And you know, we try to always, when we get the opportunity to give a real answer, then that's what you're going to get. You know, the best that we know how. Magic Healing, Jimena, she says, I'm back. I'm back. Guess who's back? Back again.
again.
Hey, Source. Desi in the house. Brother Desi, we appreciate you. Always elevated Einstein. He says, that's what my channel will be. I'm going to review hot tubs. Go ahead and send them.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know what you've started now.
Yeah.
I have hours of footage.
Oh, God. I just kind of, had that
Hours.
bad taste come back up in my mouth. It's like, I don't even, we
That
don't
magic
need no
taste.
heart-shaped
I
tubs.
know you're getting used to the magic, but that's just the way it tastes.
Yeah. Ugh.
Magic.
Just,
Just enough, but enough
Just-
left to the
just
imagination.
enough. Just
Except on a
enough.
few, but those will come out after 8. So,
it just leaves a horrible. Ugh. All right.
you
Good talk.
sunk my battleship. Next
Yeah.
subject. All right.
Moving on. Moving on up
Moving on over.
to the sky. To a deluxe up.
Well, what do you got? A Working Man up there? I love that song.
Yeah, man.
I can't hear it enough. And we'll see what's going on with Zach. I see a brick wall down there, but
Yeah, he's coming back. He's coming back. Let's see. Yeah, I got Working Man up here by Gaston Guitar Covers. This is a song he covered by Larry Fleet. I personally love the song. We're gonna play this out, and then when we come back, we're gonna be bringing Zach up with us, and we're gonna have a little bit of a talk here.
I
But
hope he smashes through that brick wall like the Kool-Aid Man. Ooh,
if
yeah.
well, you know, if he comes in with some coolness like that, I'm gonna
Yeah.
drop him right back out,
Oh,
because I'm the one that brings
you
the cool
simmer
around
down.
here.
There's an
I'm the
things
one
around
that
here.
I'm the one that does the dramatic stuff around here.
This was the last milk box kid ever put on a milk carton. Still missing.
Daggone it, I'm the one that has zoom
Yeah.
on my camera.
Oh my. Roll
I'm the
film.
one that's got.
Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. You got it, Tommy.
Nah, I appreciate. I hope he does come draw. That would be cool though, wouldn't it? If it was like.
Well, yeah, because you can kind of mess with it, right? Like
Yeah.
you can kind of lean back into it,
Yeah.
and then like you just wait for it and you figure it out.
That
That's
would
gonna
be
funny
cool,
to do.
actually.
Yeah, it'd be
Now that you say that, it would be kind of cool. Don't do that, because that would be too cool.
Yeah,
See, I got the glasses that.
it'll be good on the reels though.
Yeah,
You
it'd be
know
good
what I
on
mean?
the reel.
It'd be
Yeah,
great
we'll do
on
that. We'll do that in the studio, and then
Yeah.
we'll decide when to put that out at proper times
Oh
when
my.
people are ready.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gaston Guitar Covers, a friend of Guy and Shine, and we just appreciate him, and we appreciate his talent. He did a great job on Working Man. Larry Fleet cover. This is 3 minutes and 10 seconds long, guys. So after that,
Yep.
we'll be bringing Zach up, and we're going to be getting into some stuff. So guys, appreciate y'all being here. This is Guy and
Thank you
Shine.
all.
We got Tommy Kenyon. He just done his tech time with Tommy
Yep.
segment and talking about tech stuff, and we appreciate him, our producer in the back, and appreciate the work that he does for us. So shout out to Tommy Kenny, keeping it real media. This is Guy and Shine, good vibes only. We'll
10
see
to
you in
1 Eastern Standard Time.
Get 'em
baby.
shine, get 'em shine. Double tap that screen
Double
for you
tap that
fellas.
screen, hit a like, whatever you got to do. Run this up, baby.
Put some DNA on it.
Yeah.
4 a.m. Lord, don't it come way too soon? You think by now it'd be something you'd be used to. So put on the coffee and turn on the news. It's gonna be hot as hell, but at least the skies are blue. The clock ain't even go around, but you do what you gotta do. I know you're tired, I know you're hurt, I know you're broke down to the bone. But your bills are paid and there's smiling faces waiting on you at home. It ain't always easy, ain't it ever like you planned on, but man, Ain't it working man? Now you're going home while the sun's going down. You're still miles away, you can already hear the sound of little voices saying, Daddy, come out and play. So you steal a couple more minutes from a damn good day. Clocking and wore out, wouldn't want it any other way. I know you're tired, I know you're hurt, I know you broke down to the bone. But your bills are paid and there's smiling faces waiting on you at home. It ain't always easy, ain't it ever like you planned, oh, but man, ain't it working man. It's the sweat, blood and bruises, callous hands, hard as can be. There's bread on the table and presents under the tree. I know you're tired, I know you're hurt, I know you broke down to the bone. But your bills are paid and there's smiling faces waiting on you at home. It ain't always easy, it ain't ever like you planned, oh, but man, ain't it working man. It ain't always easy, it ain't ever like you planned, oh, but man, ain't it working man.
All right. Appreciate you. Gas and guitar covers in the house. Appreciate you guys. 10 of you. Appreciate you. Magic Healing, I see you. The Source and Jimena are going to be doing the 5 questions on Saturday. I encourage everybody, hit that bell button and go and tune in. This is sure to be an outstanding interview. The Source and Jimena, Magic of Healing. That's going to be exciting. I'm glad that you guys are going to be doing that. That's good. Sorry, I got distracted. I want one of guys' hoodies. Hey, actually, my wife ordered this for me. I got another one that's all wore out. It's like nasty. It needs an oil change bad. It's all frayed up and everything, where my dog chewed on it and everything, playing with me and stuff. But she ordered this for me, or she was going to throw that one away, and I flipped out. I was like, you ain't throwing nothing away. I'll wear that till I'll wear it until the stains are part of me. Like, you're not throwing nothing out. So anyway, she's like, well, I don't like that one. You need. So I'm like, okay, you can order me another. So she ordered me another one exactly like it. So I got 2, just like it. It's Ginger Billy. I'll tell you where she got it. It was at Ginger Billy, man.
Oh,
He's a comedian and he just does funny stuff and he's just hilarious and I like him. And my wife, she ordered it from his stuff and just supporting content creator, I guess. I mean, he don't really need my little support, but I like the sweatshirt.
Every little bit helps, man.
You don't know
You don't
how
know.
many conversations that this shirt has brought up for me.
We've talked about it a few times, man. In the original run, when we were doing this show, we'll show it to you guys sometime.
Perfect,
but
man.
Banners going under saying "God bless sick chicks" and
Yeah,
all
man.
sorts of stuff.
It was
great.
but
It was a
hey,
good time.
shout out to my wife. She did get this shirt for me, so I'm allowed to wear it whenever I want.
That's right.
And
That's right.
so anyway, but shout out to everybody in the house. It's 12 people with us. This is Guy and Shine Show, 10 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. We appreciate you guys being here. We're gonna bring up my best friend and special guest to the Guy and Shine Show. Let me bring you on in here, Brother Zach. Get you situated,
There
Brother
we
Zach.
go.
This is Shine Diggs. Shine, this is my best friend, Zachary Bowman.
Pleasure
Zach,
to meet
good to
you,
have you,
brother.
man.
Nice to meet you.
Let's hear you.
Can we hear you?
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
we can hear you.
Yep.
Yeah,
All
man.
right,
hear
because
you.
I tell you, it's cool, but I can like hear one of you in one ear and one of you and the other kind of getting that kind of feel with it. But it's like I found these headphones because there's a delay in my ear where you know what I'm saying?
Hold
Oh,
on,
yeah.
I might
But
be
it's
able
cool.
to fix you.
What's
Hold
up,
on.
guys? How are you?
Good to
Well,
see you, brother. I'm gonna
good,
try
man.
while you guys are talking. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be backstage here, and I'm gonna do some work. I'm gonna see if I can get your sound fixed for you.
And click some buttons.
See what I can do here for you, man. Let's see if I can.
All right. That sounds
Go.
awesome. You're the man.
See if I can find. Let's see. I'll go here. Man, I can't. Nope. Actually, there is not. I cannot do anything for you on my side. It's just gonna. It'll probably just be
Click
that way.
something. I might be in there now.
Yeah. Go to your settings and go to echo cancellation
Are you? Yeah.
and go to automatic mic adjustment.
Yeah.
Zach.
Sounded different. Hello.
There.
Yup.
Yeah.
You
Perfect.
Yeah,
sound
totally
good.
different.
There you
Yup,
go, bro.
You sound good.
Totally different, man.
Sound
Yeah,
good.
thanks,
There you
man.
go.
That's it.
I
That
didn't know
fixed
if I could
Good
get to
job.
it from my side or not. I
Yeah.
didn't know, but cool.
No,
You
good
did good.
job, man. That took
Yeah.
me like 2 weeks to figure out. So good work, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
I
so
come
sir.
on without sound a lot more than I do with sounds. I just put it.
Hey,
that
I'll be
way,
honest.
man.
I didn't realize you guys had such.
Are you having sound issues?
No, there's quite a bit you can do.
Music presentations going on here. That's really cool. I like the.
Well,
I
see,
like
in,
it, man.
Thank
in this
you.
I don't get on
program-
here a whole lot, dude, for any reason, you know.
This is a
Yeah,
StreamYard program, Zach. So within this thing, we both have the abilities to be able to load up any video that we have on YouTube that's on our page. We can pull it right off.
Yep.
And if you share a video, like say you share a video to whether you email it to Shine or email it to myself, then we're able to also share
There you
other
go.
people's stuff. So like Gas and Guitar covers, we just shared one of his covers that he does. Had him on the Guy and Shine show a couple different times, but you know, he gave us permission to share out, you know, just on our, you know, during our show, be able to share one of his songs or a couple of his songs out through the morning and everything. So we do, just to give him a shout out and send some people to his page, hopefully, and it becomes part of our show as well. So it becomes like, you know, okay, well now we got a little bit more substance to give to people.
A little bit
but
more mixing up. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, and like you got banners like right here. I can, you know, like, well, I mean, not just me, but I mean me or Shine, but we can add right here, like, can put in.
What's he gonna do?
Yeah,
He's gonna.
you'll
do
like
something.
this, huh?
Yeah.
You'll like this.
Yeah.
But here we go. Hold on, let me just
Hey,
cancel this.
man.
You'll like this one even better. Hold on, I gotta show. Watch it. Hold on, I gotta switch you for a second.
3-card
Now watch
money.
this. Watch
We're
this.
doing 3-card money. Okay, here we go.
American. You see
American.
it? American.
Yep.
Look, you'll like this one even better. You'll love it. Watch it.
Oh, here,
Can
I
you
know
see
what
the
he's gonna
banners,
do.
Zach?
I
Can you
know
see
what
the
he's gonna
banners?
do next.
Can you see the banners on the page? Can you see like you're American? That's your
Like
name
up
now.
here.
Yeah, can you see it like on the screen? You
I'm
should
over
be
here.
able
American. Oh,
to...
yes. God bless America.
Watch this. Watch this. You'll
And
like
everybody else.
Yeah.
this. Watch this. You'll love this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, this is one of my personal favorites. Not Canadian. not Canadian.
Not Canadian.
No,
Not
he's American.
Canadian.
Not
No.
Canadian.
No.
No,
Not
he's
Canadian.
American.
I'm American.
He's
Uh-uh.
American.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That's
the one.
right.
Yes, sir.
Hey, but watch this. You'll like this one too. Watch this. Hold on. I gotta do a little
Right, right,
3-card
right.
money.
Yeah,
Hold
3-card
on.
money.
No,
3-card
watch
money.
it. Watch it. You'll like it. Hold on. You'll like this one. You'll like it.
Yeah.
Hold
Shuffle
on.
around now,
Here
folks.
we go.
Put your bets in. We're not
Here we
running.
go. Canadian.
Canadian.
Yeah.
He's Canadian.
Look at
Right,
that.
right.
Isn't
He's
that wild?
Canadian.
Right.
He's not
No.
American yet.
No.
He's not.
No,
Not
not yet.
American.
Not American.
Fingers crossed. Okay, guys.
Yeah,
Fingers crossed, man.
Hi, man. Hi, Canadian.
Yeah, yeah.
How you doing,
I'm
American?
Zach, the American.
Nice
Isn't
to
that
meet
funny,
you,
man?
Zach, the American.
Yeah.
Very nice to meet you.
That's just so great, dude.
That's
but
cool, man.
we had,
That's
hey
cool.
Zach, we was backstage here one evening, man, And I mean, we weren't live at all, dude. Like it was,
No.
and we went through this shit laughing like two kids
Oh,
in
man.
here. Like, look, man, we can
Ridiculous.
do banners and we can do this. Like,
Sing funny songs and
Oh,
just do
yeah,
silly
yeah.
stuff. You know what I mean? It's good stuff. But how are you doing, brother, man? Like, how you doing? It's nice to meet you officially. I've heard a lot, and I've seen some of your adventures with Guy on your expeditions and stuff. So how's things going in your world?
Well, I can hear everything you guys say twice.
do you have your
And-
echo cancellation on,
Yeah.
Zach?
And then when I talk, there's like a delay, and then I can hear myself talk. So
Oh, that
it's
could
really
be,
kind of a
Yeah. Go to your mic
rough
settings.
setup.
Yeah, go to your
and
mic
see.
setting.
If you got the echo cancellation button hit, and that
Yeah,
might fix it.
Just turn them all.
Audio,
Yep. Go to audio.
automatically adjust mic volume.
Well,
Turn that on.
check the boxes for we got Tommy tuning back in. He might be listening and
Tommy
gonna
might be the Wizard of Oz.
Hey Tommy, Mr. Super Producer.
Yeah, man.
Zach's having feedback issues or echo issues in his mic, and we're trying to help him.
It might be his default settings where his microphone is still turned on and it didn't switch to his headphones. And I think that actually I can look right now. If you go under settings and you go to audio, okay, you'll see up top it says mic, and it'll either say default like the computer. You can switch that to your headphones, and then it should go through there and not give you a loop, because normally that's what we need to change when we've had that problem.
Yeah, definitely try that. I have another suggestion to be when you.
Oh,
I can hear you a little bit.
I can hear you.
yep.
Yeah.
I think what the band said. I followed his steps, and I think.
Is it fixed in your ears now?
Oh yes, it sounds so much different.
Okay.
There
well,
you
Okay,
we're good
that's
then.
great.
We're
Okay,
good.
cool. All right.
Alright.
One for
Sounds-
Shine, man. One for
Super
seems
Shine.
like it.
producer.
Yeah.
Super,
I don't hear
super
myself,
duper producer.
But it was set on default headset microphone,
Mm-hmm.
and I changed it to. But it was the same microphones, but it was.
Yep.
you just needed
know what
to
I mean?
change it. Yeah.
Yeah, because that
That's
little
good.
piece right there, that's a microphone too. And then if the one on your computer's on, it just creates that looping in your ears. I know it's hard to time it because there's a delay, but you're good now.
Your sound good now? Yeah.
You good
Makes
now?
sense.
All right. Cool.
Cool.
Cool. You might have just a touch bit of delay, Zach, when we talk. And what me and Sean have found is that we just know that when there's three people, or even when there's just two people, then you just get used to the fact that, like, okay, you ask a question and then you just okay, and then you let the person answer, so that you're not stepping on each other, because it's like that. It can get crowded quick. What is a super producer? We had Tom.
One other suggestion that just it gets me every time too, and it's like mute
Mute
the
your mic.
YouTube stream. If you're watching on YouTube first, mute that or close that tab, because you
If
could be
you're
hearing.
watching, he's meaning
stuff
if you're
from that
watching
as
on
well.
if you're watching on your phone at the same time, then just make sure you got your volume turned all the
Yeah.
way down.
on the actual
yes,
YouTube player as well.
All right.
That will clear up a lot too.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I mute my mic when I'm not talking, just to prevent any kind of, you know what I mean. It
Yeah.
shouldn't do anything, but I just do. it
Oh
just for-
wow! Wait a minute. I closed the YouTube thing out.
There you go.
It's gonna help
man.
you.
Yeah.
Now
big
there's
time.
none of that.
Hey,
Okay, you're good then. That's what it
Excellent.
was then. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I
you're
think
good.
that was it for real. That's where.
Well,
my
actually, you sound
loop
better
was
in my head now.
There was
Yeah,
a
it
loop
sounds
coming
even
through,
on-
man.
it
That makes
sounds
sense.
even
Thank you,
across the
Tommy. Was that the guy's name? I was
Yeah, that's
listening
Tommy.
to?
That's Tommy
Yeah.
Kenyon.
Mr.
Thank you, man. That I think that really fixed it. I don't seem
Well,
to
you
have a
sound
delay
better.
or anything.
It sounds better.
It seems in time now.
Yeah, it is. It is. You're not behind, and I'm
yeah,
not
thank
behind
you.
you. Cool.
That was good. Good work, Tommy.
Yes,
Cool.
sir.
Shout out to
Tommy.
Tommy Kenyon, the
Tommy.
super duper
Tommy.
producer.
Tommy. Yeah.
That's
Hey,
super
guys.
duper producer.
Yes, it is.
Hey, I don't even know what to say. Really, I've never done anything like this. This is
Well,
cool. 'Cause,
I tell you
like
what,
I'm hanging out with my brother here, but
That's
man, if
all
I
we're
got
doing.
a story for you guys, listen
Yeah,
to what
yeah.
happened, man.
Hey, let's go for it. We're just gonna. I'm gonna mute my mic. Well, actually, I'm gonna just sit here and go.
No, man, you gotta talk me
And
through
yeah,
this one,
I'm going
brother.
with you.
'Cause
I'm
I'm
riding.
hey,
We're
I'm
here.
hey,
riding.
all right,
You
so
know, I'm gonna have all kinds of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
go ahead.
well, so I go to the hospital on last Friday. I was depressed, man. I take medicine, keep me from being depressed, because I got PTSD, I guess you could call it, on top of traumatic brain injury and all kind of problems that I can't help. My body physically doesn't produce things, like just because it happens in my brain don't necessarily deem it as only mental health. There's physical issues that should be addressed along the way, and this is stuff that people pay no mind to. And a lot of people are affected by things, and people don't seem to even take into consideration how we feel. It's like if I call the hospital, the VA hospital, to check on a prescription, say, or an appointment, the first thing that comes up is reference to a suicide prevention thing. Like, why is suicide
Yep.
thrown in our face the way that it is, just based on the fact that you might just want to call in, and then the first thing you hear is that? Well, why even present that into someone's brain who has probably seen things that a normal person, let's just be honest, a normal human being is not supposed to see some things in life. It's not natural, so to speak. And when you go through and you see things throughout the world, you come to realize, man, there's some really bad people out there.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's like they don't even seem to care about anybody's. I'm not talking about bad guys in foreign lands, bro. I'm talking about the people you go to seek help from.
I know.
Because you've seen bad guys in foreign lands and the results of those things. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, well, we can skip past that whole the veteran situation, period. Yeah, I'm a Marine, a former Marine, American, as God labeled me.
Yes,
What's up,
sir.
Canadian,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
But I'm trying to be as positive as I can through a situation where I went into a hospital crying because I had a thought that went through my head about maybe I got no self-worth. Maybe I'm not worth being here. Right?
Yep.
And I think, man, and I'm sitting there, and then like that scared me.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? It wasn't a matter of like, I gotta go do. It's like, dude, all right, that scared me. Okay, why am I thinking this? I have a loving, beautiful wife, 2 beautiful daughters. I try to do everything I can do in my life to be a statute and a pillar of everything that is right. I have no criminal record. I was from the hospital. Let's just go from here.
Yep.
Let me back up and punt, man, for a
Go
second.
for it,
Because,
man.
Back up,
Take your
pump.
time.
dude, it really sets me on fire to think about how they treated me. And I think about my people that I've known in the past that have committed suicide and who have lost their lives along the way, who probably may at some point have sought the same help I went seeking on Friday, and was mocked and laughed at and treated like an animal, like I was, by the staff.
Indeed. And
You
and the one thing that runs through my head, man, is like, okay, all right, with all the things that we have available and all the opportunities for reaching out to folks that we have, you're telling me that the best you can do to help a veteran or anyone that's
Anybody,
suffering with a
yeah.
mental breakdown of any type, the best thing that you can do is call some security guard or the police? You mean
Well,
there's no other outreach
You know,
other
it's
than
like that
that to
security
deal with
guard.
this situation?
Like just the understanding that if somebody is dealing with, like, we're talking PTSD and a traumatic brain injury, okay? Now, at the mitigant of this, there should have been, okay, this is a situation. Like, this is an active situation, and there are proper ways of dealing with it. You don't
Yes, sir.
just go for right for the head. So to
Well, the
speak,
first thing you
right?
do is one, you don't touch somebody.
You
You
Well,
don't physically
never
try
do
to do
that.
nothing like that.
Exactly.
That's-
Guy, like I said, I go into the room. The VA nurse that works there, I'm not. Let me tell you, she's been to all my mental health care appointments. She has been one of the finest nurses you could ever have, as far as the healthcare system could provide. There couldn't be one better for the job. You know what I mean? I have filed my formal complaints now with patient advocacy. I didn't, and there have been multiple other complaints. There's letters been sent out, but I want that to be known, man. That nurse, she tried, and then the first option of treatment that was offered to me by the medical staff, the medical doctor, was and I don't, it's funny because all I can think of is, you guys remember the movie like with Jack Nicholson and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember that movie?
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's an old ass movie,
I
loved
man.
it.
I don't
I
even
loved
know if anybody watches stuff like that
Oh, yeah.
anymore, you know?
Oh, yeah.
There's
But,
still
like,
cool people left in the world.
Yeah, there's
I
a few of
remember,
us, yeah.
I remember his character, and I was sitting there at one point going like, oh my gosh, all I need is a big tall Indian to talk to and a basketball, you know, and like, they're gonna fry my head, because the first option I was given
Yep.
was, have you thought about electroshock therapy? Ah, you see that reaction? Yeah. You know how many
I
of
thought
those
we
I
banned
got
that
when
stuff
I
in the
dealt with that?
50s, man. I
Okay,
didn't
so
think you
then
could
the
do
second one, the
that.
second
Oh.
option, all right, that's the first option, and then followed up by a wonderful dose of ketamine. Dude, I grew up on a farm, bro. Ketamine knocks horses
Yeah, it
out,
does.
man.
It does
You
knock
know,
guy out.
How does either one
Oh,
of those
dude,
help me
look.
with my current situation? You know
I'll
what
take
I
a
mean?
Mucinex. I'm going to sleep for like 4 days. They're going to give me ketamine. Man,
Yeah.
like, dude, I was like, wait, this is over the top, right?
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
Well,
All right, well, then the very next, now here, mind you, the whole time I'm sitting in the corner crying like a little girl,
Mm,
feeling that way. Like,
Yeah.
man, I got to man up. I got to get my shit together. Here I am. This ain't working. This is what's running through my head. These guys, where's Nurse Karen?
mhm.
Well, I said her, yeah, where's the nurse? You know, the lady I was just talking about. You know,
Well,
and like,
she is a public figure, so you're not hurting nothing.
oh, well,
by doing
the
that.
lady's,
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
slamming her in any way. I
No,
think
no,
she
praising her
does a
up,
great
yeah.
job.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, but you know, well, after the ketamine was offered, right after it was electroshock, ketamine, and then we need you
Oh
to take
my.
a breathalyzer to see if you're drunk.
Wow.
Then we need to have you pee in a cup for urinalysis. Fellas,
Oh.
I was in no spot to like
Yeah.
get
that's-
up and go pee in a cup for somebody. I needed somebody to like know how to calm me down medically, and I sought it out, and I didn't know what to do because I was scared.
Yeah.
I was scared because I didn't like what I thought. I didn't like what I thought. You know what I'm saying?
And you
And,
went and did the right thing. See, that's what makes me
Right.
so frustrated.
okay,
with
so
this
now here's
situation.
where it gets real
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're just getting warmed up, dude. Like, this is
Let's do
second
it.
inning, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm
A
locking in.
long seventh inning stretch. Hey, guys, so I go to leave. I'm like, all right, I'm out of here, man. I can't do this, you know. Now, right out of the gate, these people needed a little better training in general, or they shouldn't be laughing. If it was sarcastically the way the man was using it, as far as with electroshock therapy and all that, because it just seemed like,
How are
what?
these the
Why would
first
that even be
choices?
like your
Yeah.
first response,
Well,
dude? You don't know anything about me, and that's what you come in with.
And this is certainly not the time to be making a joke.
Not the time to be
No.
making, dude. I don't want to laugh with you right now. You're not
Right.
my
Read
effing
the
We're
room.
not
buddy, so to
buddies.
speak.
We're not
You know what I'm
buddies.
saying?
Yeah, read the room, as we say.
I don't
Yeah.
know you.
No.
And if that's how you're going to come at me as a medical doctor, man,
Yeah.
I know one of the finest medical doctors that you man could ever know. Guy knows who I'm talking about. And he'll come into this story because the man actually came to the facility I was being held at and tried to get some. I don't even know what the paper was called, but he's a medical doctor.
Yeah.
He came to get some treatment for me. But
Okay.
like initially, I got up, I took my bracelet off. So I go to leave. I tell the guy, hey man, I'm leaving. This is not where I need to be.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go home.
And how
That's
long
where
had
I
you-
need to be.
how-
I want to go home.
Yeah.
And he got between me and the door, obviously, and said, I can't let you leave. And I said, you're going to like this Canadian. You're going to dig this one. Because I said, bro, you can't keep me here. Or, dude, this is America.
Yeah.
You can't keep me here. You know what I'm saying?
Try.
Like,
Yeah.
that ran over like a fart from the church house, I guess, so to speak, as I've heard guys say before.
Yeah.
Like, that didn't like that, and I'm like,
Mm-mm.
wait a minute. And so the guy grabs me by the arm and
no.
pushes me up against the wall with handcuffs, trying to handcuff me. So I push off the wall, like, dude, get off of me. You know what I'm saying? And when I did that, like my prosthetic leg, man, that thing popped off. It was like,
Man.
and it stretched out real long. And I'm laying in the floor with my leg hanging there, and the guy
Holy
like-
smokes.
he's laying in the floor over here, and I done fell. My foot comes off. And the only reason it didn't legitimately come flying off is because I had long underwear on. It's cold
Right.
here,
Mhm.
and that's where it's real tight at the bottom. It caught it. It
It
looked funny, I'm sure, because
well,
whoever saw that had to be like, "Oh my gosh, dude! They
What
stretched his
happened?"
leg about 4 foot just now."
them leg
It's,
stretchers. Yeah.
It was really demeaning, And I'm thinking,
Well,
oh
yeah,
man,
yeah.
now I want to go home.
No
man.
doubt.
This guy's done tried to tackle me in here and put handcuffs on me.
God.
Whoa, man! Now I'm thinking so I start walking to him after I get my leg back together.
Yep.
I start walking to the truck,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm like, he's following me, and I don't know who else because I didn't even look behind me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And he's yelling my name and stop! You're not going anywhere. You can't leave the facility. And I'm like, dude, I'm not. Don't do this, man.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing this? Leave me alone. I want to go home. This isn't where I need to be. And here, I'd like to bring this up too. It's like all the kinds of therapy and man, I'll be honest. I've talked to mental health doctors and therapists through the years, through the VA, and I've sought help on a few occasions just based on the fact that I knew I had issues.
Yep.
They weren't necessarily bothering me, but I know based on experience just how it can affect people around you. You know what I mean? Like, it can affect people and you don't even know that they're being affected by it, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
I do.
It's like, because every time if you go and you talk about it, you're looked at like a raving lunatic.
Mm-hmm.
If you mention the first thing that comes up when you call the VA hotline or to get a scheduled appointment, which is suicide, to the VA, you are automatically seem to be deemed crazy or something, and then it's security personnel who tries to tackle you. Okay, so I'm all working my way across the grass and through trying to get to my truck. Then I get within, I don't know, 10, 12 feet, you know what I mean, of the tailgate. And I'm like, so he gets between me and my truck door.
Oh,
you
no,
know?
you didn't.
What? Say again, son.
I said, oh, no, you didn't, man.
Well, dude, what? Come on, man.
Now. Come on now.
So I look at him. I'm like, dude, you want to do this, man? You don't.
No,
Stop.
no.
You don't want to do this. With this, I want to go home.
Mm-hmm.
I know where I need to go. It's not in here with some quack who's going to mock me
Mm-hmm.
because I come here with a true problem. We will seek it at a proper facility, and this is not. So I go to step toward my truck, which he's between me and the truck, and he pulls his pepper spray out, and he sprays me, and I get a good one right across like this,
Not here or
Yeah.
here.
Not
but
so
right
much
there.
or here, but right in here.
Right there.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
beauty.
I
My-
kind of like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, he got a little bit of it too, because the wind,
Blow back in
up the
face.
valley,
Yeah.
he got a little back blast off
Yeah.
that thing,
Good.
Shout out to the wind.
Gush-
Shout out to the
But-
wind, man,
yeah.
but I got the blast, but I will say this, even though it was a long time ago,
Mhm.
two times while I was in the Marine Corps, I went through non-lethal training courses, man.
Correct.
Twice. I
Yep.
did it once here stateside at Camp Lejeune, and I did it once in Okinawa, Japan. You know what I mean? And,
Yep.
oh, now that pepper spray over there with that sun, brother, that hit different. My buddy,
Oh, yeah.
it's funny. I'll tell you a little story about that.
Yeah.
Because I knew what I was getting, because I'd already got it on Lejeune.
Mm-hmm.
These other guys, they didn't really,
They weren't prepared.
the younger guys, they wasn't younger. They were like a year younger than me. Like, it was a real big
The
difference.
kids.
But just because of where
kids,
you're
yeah,
at, they make it seem
green.
like a big difference.
Green
you know?
horns, yeah.
Yeah, so like we go over there and we're all standing in line, man, and I'm thinking, oh no. Like, this is stupid.
Yeah, what is
Why am I
this?
standing in line for some dude I don't even know to pepper spray me? And then I'm supposed to go over here and smile about it while they pour milk over my face.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to
That
get it
sounds
to
like a
quit
blast.
burning, because water just makes it so much worse, you know?
Yeah. Here's
So
what
like,
we're-
there's this guy behind me in line. He hadn't ever been sprayed before,
Good.
you know?
Yeah.
And he told me after the fact, I got sprayed, man. That sucks. And you got to fight through this little obstacle course. They'll hit you with like bags and stuff just to like
Carry
pressure
the
you,
dummy
kind of
out
see
and
what
stuff.
you're going to do, how you're
Yeah.
going to react.
Yep.
And like, you got to fight through it, you know?
Yep.
And so like at the end of the thing, I'm standing in the middle of the field, man, miserable. Like miserable, going, why did I, and I'm thinking in my head, why am I so stupid that I would just get in line for this?
Yeah.
Twice, not once, man, but twice. No, but that dude, I remember he said he was so scared
Mm-hmm.
because he saw me standing over there going,
Just,
why, God, why?
Mama, no.
And, but since then we've talked. It's so funny, the connections you make with people through the craziest things in life, man. You got to treat everybody like they're just like you, man. You
Yes,
never
sir.
know who that person's going to be. You never
don't.
know.
You don't.
And there's been a lot of outreach over my situation, which I ain't. Like, we're what, third inning, fifth inning now, I think.
Yeah,
'Cause-
yeah.
all right,
we're
so they
bottom of
pepper
the
spray
fourth.
me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's where we were, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, pepper
okay.
sprayed.
So he got pepper sprayed. Then the dude, somebody hit me from behind. I don't rightfully know who. I think it was the PA or somebody. It may have been a cop. I don't really know. I didn't really pay attention to who was outside. I didn't even try to think about anything but get to my truck so I could go home. That's where I need to go. Let my wife and my kids know I'm all right. But until then, what kind of experience I had at the hospital, and my wife being who she is, guy, she would have been like, come on, we're going to Salem. And I wouldn't have asked any more questions, my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because I want what's best for all parties involved,
Mhm.
And I don't mean anybody any harm,
Right.
So, well, so meanwhile, I get pepper sprayed, and then bam, from behind, here they come, and I'm like, oh no, well,
Here we go.
this is it, And so when the dude hit me, once again, my leg like took off, it went another good stretcher out there, So you're like, bro, and
Yeah.
I couldn't stand on it. because it's dangling. It's obviously not working properly.
Right.
And
Yeah.
well, it was. I guess it still is. But you know what I'm saying? It came off pretty easy. Not
Yeah.
pretty easy. Well, I guess not, dude. They ain't slammed me.
Well,
you
you
know,
get
like,
speared
so-
from behind, man. You
it
know what
fell
I mean?
off
Like,
in the room as well when I pushed off the wall. It's like, dude, get off of me. And
wow.
you know, but they're not made for that kind of event.
No.
You know, and they don't make a fighting leg. They actually will not sanction you to like box and stuff based
Really?
on. There was a guy that tried it in Texas I saw one time, and
Huh.
it was something that didn't really last because there's not really that many amputees to keep something that. It's kind of funny. Like, I'd say if like me and my buddy who got only one leg laid down like stump to stump on a mat, we'd probably go viral if we fought it out like that.
You probably
Old
would,
school
dude.
BJ, Brazilian jiu-jitsu on the ground kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You could
Don't
just
get
straight-
me on my feet, because I'm gonna tell you guys, if y'all see me running,
Yeah.
y'all better take off, because something's done happened, man.
Yeah,
you don't
something
want to be
bad
there
wrong.
because I don't run, bro.
No.
I'm a big dude, man, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
you know, with
Yeah.
just half a platform, so to speak.
Yeah.
And well, so I get tackled, man. And then the Tazewell cops come, and I'm laying there going, I just want to go home. Where's Nurse Karen? Where's the nurse? Where's the nurse? Where's the nurse? And it's just like, here she came, and I was like, call my wife. And while I'm laying there with the cop on my back, and honestly, I was laying on my chest, you know what I mean, face down.
Yep.
They tried to roll me over on my side for my comfort, because the way I was laying, they thought there was too much pressure on my chest. The cop did do that. He was a young guy. I'm pretty sure. I don't really know who was on top of me. I never saw them, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
But I was more comfortable on my chest than on my
Well,
back or my side, considering my leg was about 12 foot long at this point, and it was pretty bad, and I really was uncomfortable no matter how they had me. It didn't matter how I was laying.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And Nurse Karen came, and she had her phone. I told her to call my wife, and told her the phone number while I'm laying there, you know, and was like, she called, and from that point, my wife heard the whole thing, you know, and it was something I don't even want to quote anyone, because you know there's a lot of things probably coming. There are I can say there are things. There's more coming from this than just this, guys. You know, like somebody has to be held accountable. Like I said, I filed my formal complaints with
Yes, sir.
with the system and who I've got to. I've got appointments and meetings set up already. My wife, God bless her, is, like I said, that's right up her alley. Well, not right up her alley, but like as far as what she does, it fits what
Right.
she would be. She's real good at those kind
Yeah,
of
she
things.
was
Is what I'm
the
saying.
communication side and the
Yeah,
being able to
yeah,
contact this, contact that, do this, do that. Yeah, definitely.
Well, she's an educational specialist. She's a very, very intelligent woman, and she's been such a tremendous help for me. Like, we joke, you know, I'm a Christian man, you know what I'm saying? And we joke, as I say a joke, but my wife's like my earthly savior, bro. You know, like
Indeed.
Jesus is my savior.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Personally, you know, that's
Yep.
all I
Yep.
can say. And but as far as right here, what we got handed to us in the day-to-days and the life that we have to live, my wife is my.
Well, for those of us men out here
Absolutely,
that you know we marry someone and we take that seriously, you know, you got to, you know, you lean on them and you lean,
Oh,
and
brother.
and you
Yes,
know they
sir.
lean back, and that's
Yes,
what
sir.
makes you a team. Is you're leaning equal.
Yes,
Mhm.
sir.
And
Yep.
when you think you're giving too
Hey.
much weight on them, no, you're
No.
not, because they're
No.
just leaning that much harder.
No, they're just pushing you.
And
Kinda
that-
like
and
old
you to
that's-
do
Bubba.
better,
that's-
man.
and
Kind of
that-
like
exactly.
Bubba
What
and
it
Forrest
is.
Gump.
It's
You just
true.
lean on me and I'll lean on you,
That's
so we
what
don't
I
have to
was
sleep with
thinking.
our
The
heads in
same
the
thing.
mud.
That's what. You lean on me, I lean on you.
Yes.
That way we ain't got to sleep with our face in the mud.
Hey, that's
That's
right,
There
right.
you go.
That's
There you
right.
go.
That's it, man.
That's and it's
Hey,
true.
hey, I got a real good friend. You would think we had a Forrest Gump Bubba relationship. Totally opposite, though. He's from the city.
Yeah.
I'm from heart of Appalachia, where you think everybody still rides horses and pulls wagons and
Well,
makes
it's like
their
the
own
polar bears
moonshine.
up here that are around all the time. The polar bears are always roaming up here. Through
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, really? Yeah, you got polar bears everywhere,
Oh,
don't you?
they're
You're all in
everywhere.
everything.
10 feet
Yeah.
of snow as soon as you hit the border.
Yeah,
you know?
run into one at Walmart the other day.
We're
The sun
hoping
never
for
shines in Canada.
never.
Yeah,
Except when
Yeah,
shines
I've heard
here.
that one, man.
Yeah.
yeah. I think here in these parts, the mail runs next month.
Next
Oh,
month, yeah.
Hopefully, yeah. The
Yeah.
postman will be.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that letter from Grandma.
Hey, that's right, Granny. I think
From
she's
72.
doing good last
Yeah.
time I heard.
It's supposed to be here this week.
Hey, guys, it's so good to talk to you, man.
good to
Like,
talk to you, man.
hey, Shine, it's
Great,
cool
man.
talking to you too. And I know this is live, and like, I'm trying to get through this story, but man, it's different for me because this is my best friend. It's like I'm sitting here talking to him.
Well,
You know what I'm
Sir.
saying?
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I am, but I'm not in the same room with you. You know what I mean?
But
Very-
you
It's
are.
so cool because, guys,
But you are.
seriously,
Yeah.
guy, we've been friends for 29. This will be 30 years, man.
Yeah, man.
That's
uh,
awesome, bro.
That me and Guy have been friends. And the crazy thing is like Guy's one of those people. To me personally, that the day I met Guy Bandy,
Can imagine.
it never stopped.
No.
Like that
No.
dude was my best friend. Like he treated me with the same equal amount of respect that I treated him, and we developed this wonderful, beautiful friendship over now coming on 30 years. But I will tell you this:
Yeah.
I still feel as strong in that friendship as Guy as I did the very first
Mhm.
day I
Absolutely.
met that man.
Absolutely.
It's weird because it's crazy how that relationship kicked off.
Yeah,
We
it
just
is.
started talking, and then we ain't stopped talking to each other for 30 years.
Them are the ones
Yeah.
that last, man. Like, you know,
Except when we were separated, like
Yeah.
in different circumstances
Yes.
throughout our life, when we
Yeah.
Well,
couldn't talk.
like
to one
it was just one of those things that for Zach and I, we put a lot of stock in our faith, and we put a lot of stock in that type of thing, and I feel like that at that moment in my life, I moved from an area where that's where all my friends were, all my family was, and then all of a sudden I'm immersed into an entirely different place, and
Dude,
how
it's
hard it
culture
is to
shock coming here. isn't
like
it, guy?
Yeah, it
if you
is.
didn't go to school
Yeah.
in an area, you're an outcast.
oh, I
Well,
know. Yeah.
I moved
dude.
to this area, and it's like somehow we were led in each other's path, and then it was like he was at a point in his life where
I
things were
think-
going on where he needed something. I was at a point in my life where that I needed something, and our paths came together, and they've never separated. They've never
Nah,
truly
man.
separated since.
It's
Dude, I'll tell you,
wild. It's
guy,
good to
we
have
joke,
a friend
John. I'm
like
sorry,
you.
Eric, but we joke. I say if I get old and I have to go to a nursing home,
Yeah.
if Guy Bandy's still alive, I refuse to go
Oh, we're
unless
going
Guy
together.
goes with me.
We're going to get because I'm gonna tell you what. You talk about some real players. Once we hit the
Oh my
nursing
gosh,
home, bro,
dude! I was dead laying there
and
with
it's-
one lung.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it, man. That's
Like,
it.
where's Guy so I can laugh before I die?
Yeah.
Sing me back home, Mr.
Yeah,
Guy.
because I can tell you, once I hit the nursing home, there'll be no more marriage for this fella.
Oh,
I ain't marrying again.
All bets are off. All bets are off, baby.
You're crazy, man. You're crazy.
All
That's
bets are off.
funny.
But I really, really appreciate you speaking on this, Zach, because it goes on far too often, and it gets away with far too much more often.
Well, and in different countries, it's not just here in America.
It's not just
this,
here.
This is something that's very. When I heard, like, Guy told me a bit of what was going on, I've been fired up about this for days because I've dealt with this firsthand,
Absolutely.
and there is no excuse for this, not one. And I tell you, running a guy through a gamut, just trying to break him, that's not the solution. We're trying
not
to
the
get
answer,
better
bro.
and we have families, like you said, and it does wear on everybody. So
Yes.
you do your best to do your best, and then you have the courage to ask for help, which I know how difficult that is.
In itself, man, that's
And you
rough.
go do it, and then that's how you get treated. That is not acceptable, not okay by any measure, not in my book. So
I
thank
agree
you.
100%, man.
You know,
Uh, I just so that being said, Shine, they put me in a cop cruiser at this point. We're about the 5th inning now. This might
Mhm.
make it. What time is it? It's
don't-
1 o'clock. Y'all
don't worry
running
about
late?
it, buddy.
No, no.
You,
We have
you
no
let
time.
her go. We got
All
no
right,
We
time.
are the
so, like,
schedule.
We are the
Uh,
time.
Damn the law.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. All right, so I am the law. Put
Yeah.
me in the back of.
Yeah.
It might as well have been Judge Dredd because, like I said, I didn't
Hey.
even know who it was at the time, and so that's funny. But like, so I get in the back of the cop car after I was like, "Hey guys, if y'all let me put my leg back on, I can stand up." It's like you got 2 grown men here who are the cops, and they couldn't pick me up. Yeah, I ain't that fat. I ain't that
Right.
big. I'm a big dude, but I only weigh like 225, 230
Yeah,
pounds now.
yeah, yeah.
And the
Like,
thing is, I've been sick like the week before. I was on like a 4-day fast. I
Yeah.
probably didn't weigh 220 pounds. These 2 men
right.
couldn't pick me up off the ground. And I'm
The-
thinking, what in the world?
Who are they
I-
hiring for
Maybe
police
they
these
just
days?
what is going on here, man?
Yeah,
Like, what
right.
happened?
Yeah.
So I'm like, look, guys, if y'all let me put my leg on, I can
I'll get
stand
up
up.
myself. Yeah.
And so I stood up, and then they put me in, and I walked to the cop car with the dude, and I walked with the cop, and then they put me in a little back seat spot, like the dog side. It seemed like there was
Yeah.
more room on the other side. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
It seemed like the lion's share of the back seat was definitely not for me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I was jammed in there, and then they took me straight to the jailhouse. And I go to the jailhouse, and I'm sitting there handcuffed, and I'm like, man, this is ridiculous. And I'm going in front of the magistrate, and I'm like, man, I'm thinking to myself, I don't have any criminal record. They can't hold me here for long. We'll get this moving, and we'll get something done. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I go in front of the magistrate there, and it's the lady. She seemed nice. No, I don't know her. She probably does a great job at what she does, but she says, like, I need a criminal record from the dispatch. And I'm like, all right, cool. Not me, the cop is like, okay. So he's on the phone getting my record,
Right.
and I'm just sitting there thinking, dude, I don't have a criminal record.
Right.
Like, whatever, it don't matter one way or another to me. Like 6 one way, half a dozen the other, as my dad says. You
yes,
know what
sir.
I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Like, it's don't matter what they do there. But I'm honestly in my head thinking, dude, there's nothing there, so I'll at least get my bail, my bond tonight,
Yep.
and I can post it, and I can get out of here, and we can get this started, because this ain't even right. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then so I got put on suicide watch for 4 days. Well, let's see, Friday night, Friday evening, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday at 9 something I went in front of the judge, and I didn't really see him other than when he walked in, and when they said all rise, I was trying to be as respectful as I could, but considering they wouldn't even give me my prosthetic leg to walk into the courtroom, they made me change over into the nice inmate uniform instead of the blue smock that I
Yeah.
had for 4 days.
I would have just demanded that I wear my blue
Oh,
smock.
dude, you know what?
I would have
I
had my
tried
arse
to.
flying out,
Guy,
man.
you
I
know
would have
me.
had her tied at the back at all. Here,
Right.
let her rip, buddy.
You know me, my man. I was like, okay, can I just wear this?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Then it was
Just- I
because the Theo, the guy in the jail. This is another point I'd like to make. That man that worked in the jail while I was there all of the men that I was in contact with that worked in that facility
Mm-hmm.
treated me with the utmost respect.
Good.
The one man would try to make me laugh. He knew I didn't feel good.
Yeah.
He knew what the circumstances were, because I told him when I got through the door what had happened, and they're like, all right, we need to, you guys, he actually made the call as the guy on the site who was in charge of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
He made a proper call to tell his men to go away. I don't know where he sent them, whether he sent them to laundry, whether he sent them to the kitchen. I don't know what they do out there,
Wherever.
dude. I'm not a
Yeah.
criminal. I've never been to jail
Yep.
like this in all my life. Like, come on, man, and
That sounds like a leader who realized his people or his troops were out of line. And it's like, you best get gone now.
Well,
Somewhere. Get gone.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
It was, he knew that I haven't said his name.
No.
And so I'm going to tell you, he told me himself, look, buddy, I get it. I've got family that I wish they would have sought help for these same things.
Right.
And now they're no longer with us.
Correct.
And I commend you for trying, because Lord knows nobody wants to go through what his family, I'll quote him, my family went through in this,
I would encourage anybody that thinks that putting somebody in a jail cell on suicide watch is good for somebody that's having suicidal thoughts. I would encourage you to go put yourself in that cell
Yeah.
for
Wow.
a few days.
Hey.
And put yourself in a little cloth gown and have a little concrete slab to
Yeah.
sleep on.
Enjoy the sight.
And enjoy and see
Yeah.
if that's what you needed for your suicidal thoughts. See if
Yeah.
that's how that helps you.
See if that helps, man. You give me 4 days to think in a box.
Yeah.
Now, dude,
Yeah. Yeah.
like you say, and the situation is, hey, I love these old movies. I'm gonna throw another one out there, man. Like Cool Hand Luke, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Spend any man does this, spend the night in the box. And man, you know, Carl, the house walker, or whatever his big self was,
Yeah.
and spend the night in the box. Man, I spent 4 nights in the box right out the gate for nothing. The thing is, there was no true mental health evaluation done on me to even determine if I was suicidal, other than my own determination.
Right.
Yeah. You're
There was no
seeking of
true
help.
eval.
Yeah.
There was nothing. And then the cop, who was so dead set on making sure I didn't leave the hospital, seemed to think I was totally competent when he turned me over to the town police. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Well, if you don't think I'm competent to leave on my own, what makes you think I'm competent to leave with them?
Right.
What
They're not
makes you think
they're
that
not
that's
medical
And
professionals.
appropriate
and
response?
what deems this security guard? Because I'm guessing he wasn't a full police
Well,
member.
see,
You know what I mean? Like,
the
what
facility-
deems him okay to make that decision on you? He has no expertise in mental health or anything like that.
Well,
You know what I
clearly
mean?
not.
Well, I can
Like,
tell you
none.
with the medical facility, I'm not going to say the name of it, I guess,
No,
but like
it's fine.
I don't
With-
mind.
with
I mean, no.
but-
Just for
I know that.
yourself, you know what I mean?
But what I'm
Don't-
getting at
yeah,
is with that
yeah.
facility, they have their own police force.
Right.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like a security.
Private
It's not
cops
like they
kind of
hire
thing.
security guard. Like I was a
Kind of
security
like a mall
guard for a
cop
while.
almost.
Yeah,
I-
we call
when I
them-
got
like a mall
out of-
cop.
We call them meter maids up here.
Oh, dude. I
know,
used to have to
yeah.
walk through a rough neighborhood every night from like 11 to 4 and have people yell "rent a cop" at me until they
Yeah.
realized I was cool. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, just put
Yeah.
your beer in a cup.
Yeah, that's it.
All you got to do is
So
that's
that's
so
it.
hard. I ain't
And
got
we're
no cup.
cool.
Make me go buy a cup. Somebody'd be mad, and I'd be like, dude, come
And
on.
see, that's what
So I'd go get them some cups.
Yeah.
Here's
And
your
drink your
cups,
beer if
man.
that's what you want. I ain't trying to interfere on your life.
No, man.
I'm getting paid to stand here and make sure nobody shoots at you.
Yep, that's right.
Right.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's what it was.
Yeah, and you
But
get
you know,
you
besides
get
all
a
that, the
choice.
security job, they have their own police force through the company. So
See,
that's how
I
that
got-
worked.
That
I don't
bother-
know,
That,
but
that
they-
bothers me
Because of where the building is, it's within the town limits.
okay.
So their first call to action or response of any kind would be to the town
Straight
police office.
Still comes the question:
There's so many things wrong.
This is my whole angle on this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's say you do. Okay, the protocol is to call the police. Well, we live in a town in such that. Well, why couldn't you have a veteran police officer on standby to go and respond to these situations that would be more inept to handle and be able to talk to that person one on one
That is
and
a
settle the
brilliant
situation
idea.
down?
That is a brilliant idea,
You know,
dude.
to come up with a rent-a-cop who works there who makes $13
Bucks
an hour,
don't
and
give
probably
two birds
waiting to
about
steal
nothing.
his mother-in-law's food stamp card because she's the one that's raising his kids. And then all of a sudden he
Exactly.
wants to assert some power
Yeah,
on
yeah.
you that he really doesn't have, but because he has a job as a security guard, he's going to secure you. That
You
doesn't
see
make
this
any
book
sense.
I hold?
Mm-hmm.
That's my
Yeah, one of the
security guard.
greatest.
I got a
That's
Bible
indeed.
sitting here too.
There you go.
That's
That's my
indeed.
security guard. That
Indeed.
man, I'm telling
Yeah,
you, he had
yeah.
no business to place his hands on me to begin
No,
with.
he
No,
did
he
not.
I didn't
No, he
mean
did not.
anybody any harm.
They broke
Look,
the-
man.
especially
the
someone
top three
having
rules.
difficulties.
No
Dude,
mental
and so-
evaluation done, okay, which means they cannot put you on a hold, which means you can leave whenever you want. You should have been able to walk right out that door.
Well,
But
you
Yes, sir.
brought
played-
yourself. You should be able to
Yeah,
leave
you
yourself.
brought yourself in, and if they did not make an assessment, we know that's the
Well,
rule. You can walk
it
right out
seems-
that door.
It seems that at some point he determined that some statute that he had in somewhere from somebody determined that
Yeah.
it was more important than my mental health. So that code was more important than my mental health to get me the help I needed, so to speak.
Yeah.
And it was that code that he was trying to stand for that the facility officers or whatever, however it works, go by.
Yeah.
And somehow he
Mindless
misinterpreted
rules.
that I was completely suicidal or something. That brings this back up
Yeah.
because there
They're
many,
they're
many
responsible
people out there
liability, too. Yep.
that right.
Yep.
It's bad, man. And
It's real bad because that
Like I
kid
say.
or whoever he was probably told by whoever employed him, listen, if somebody comes in here and they leave, like, and something happens to them, you got to shut it down. So probably in his mind, like, I'm just saying, maybe a possible perspective was he panics and then he reacts and then now it's on. So
Yeah.
how do we navigate through this? Because clearly, I mean, there was so many steps missed. Like to for you to have gone and seeked help and asked for help and to have nobody, like, I cannot believe that they offered electroshock and ketamine. Like that is just like my mind is like, I thought it was bad up here, man.
Man, it's mind-boggling.
I mean, if we were going to a field party, then I could
It's like,
see,
just
let's
hook
get a
them
shot
up to
and
my
let's,
nipples and put my feet in a tub
I
of
mean,
water
you
to the
know,
battery cable.
Yeah,
Let's get
being
it
I'm
on.
Right.
here being I'm here
I told-
because
hey,
of, you know.
when I told the guy, the CO that I was speaking so highly of, the officer at the jail,
Yeah.
when I told him the thing about the electroshock therapy, he laughed. He said, "Man, I'm sorry. I don't mean to
I'm
laugh."
sorry,
He said,
dog.
but, he said, "But I got some jumper cables in my
I
truck."
mean, really.
I said,
Exactly.
"Yeah, we can hook them to these ears of mine right here, I guess.
Let's do it old
We'll
school.
go ahead and start
Yeah, that's-
trying."
Hey, you know, Zach, maybe
Yeah.
maybe it's why I'm just so perfect was because you know, remember
They-
Courtney
they-
hitting me with the 220 on my
Yeah.
well pump?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I'm just perfect now. Was that electric shock got me
It set
right?
everything straight. It created neural pathways.
It did. It made
Yes,
my
sir.
back go
Yeah.
like that. It was like,
Yeah, man. You know.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Shout out
so-
to turn the breaker off yourself, by the way.
Turn the main
One of
off.
my-
Turn the main off. Turn
Yeah,
the whole
knock
thing
the main
off.
one. Oh, what was that?
Not the thing.
Time to
You
ride
know,
the
that's
lightning.
not a good feeling.
No.
No,
Hey,
it ain't.
honestly, I'm glad the man chose pepper spray over the taser
Oh, dude.
because, like, for real,
Oh,
I've
dude.
been, like I said, I went through the training twice with the pepper spray. I knew it was going to go away.
Yeah.
It sucks, but it'll go away and
Yeah.
you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like getting shocked. I know
No.
what that feels like too, just because sometimes I might not be the best electrician in the world.
Right. You might not turn the main off.
Well,
Right. Lock
Ride
that
the
thing
lightning.
out, man.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Elevator
ride
outside
lightning,
says
dude.
ride the
Ride
lightning.
the lightning. I see that down
Indeed.
there. That's funny.
Yeah.
He knows too.
Oh yeah, man. Oh
That's
yeah.
funny. But all right,
yeah.
so I guess we're coming around the 7th inning stretch of this whole thing,
Coming
guys.
around,
Like,
coming around.
I guess, because
You
all right,
come
so I'm
around to
in there
wherever
for
it
the,
is you want to come
the
around
4
to,
days,
man.
but I'd like to go back to where I was at
Yep.
and saying that, like, it was, I was put in the facility with no criminal record, mind you. Okay, I was given no bond, no bail, no phone call, no counsel, no mental health evaluation, no medical evaluation. The list goes on, my friends. I did not want anyone, including myself, to be harmed in this entire situation. But for some reason, when you go to tell them that you think of something that you shouldn't think of and you recognize it,
Yep.
they should approach it better.
Yes, they should have.
And there are so many people out there who have probably went through this same thing. Like I've said, I know any of my buddies that I've talked to, all the VAs. Now, there's great veterans organizations. There are numerous. I have had the opportunity to speak with them over the years, just as someone who's been invited to reunions and things. And you know, there are great organizations out there to help people.
Yes.
I'm not saying don't
No.
go get help.
No,
I'm not
you
being
definitely
anti
get
go get it. I'm
Get
being
help.
as pro go get it.
Yep.
It
Yep.
don't make you less of a man.
It makes you more of a man, in
It
fact.
makes you a man.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
I
It does.
laugh. I don't know if you can just throw people out, but there's a dude on Facebook. I don't even know who the guy is,
Go
but it's
for
a whole
it.
be a man thing.
Oh,
And he'll say
that
stupid
bald-headed
stuff.
guy? You talking
Huh?
about that bald-headed fella? The
No, he's
bald-
this big old Italian looking guy.
Okay,
Like,
all
big
right.
old dude, man. And he's like, he'll say things like, if your back hurts,
Just
never
t-
get it fixed. Complain about it the rest of your life. Be
What
a
an
man.
idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it'll be like, never cry. Be
Yeah,
a man.
boys
It's all
don't
in
cry.
jest, and his
Man.
whole goal is to bring a mental
No, I'm
health.
gonna-
Hey, dude,
Yeah.
go
Hey, listen.
tell him you cried.
That's
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Go
The-
tell
Pain
him
is
you are.
weakness
I-
leaving
I
your
swallowed
body.
those pills. That's what
Yeah,
I
pain.
Yeah.
I
The
swallowed
H
those
United
pills for
States Marine
28
Corps
years.
stands for happiness.
That's
There
it.
is no H,
Yeah.
man.
You want to hurt
Thanks,
feelings
God.
report, boy? Move your ass.
Hey,
It's
it's
like,
funny.
let's
Because,
go.
I'm not like trying to make bad of any military service. It's the greatest thing I ever did for myself, and the greatest thing. That's not me being selfish. It was like my situation prior to my military service was rough. That's how, like I said, guy came down here, moved down here from a whole different environment. My whole life changed at that exact same time in life, and I had to go adjust to a whole different environment. And the one constant that me and Guy had through all this change was our friendship. That was just we could find a way to enjoy where we were with
Even though
what
we
we
didn't
had,
Even though
enjoy
you was miles
where we
apart.
were.
Yes.
where we were with whatever,
Well-
and be okay. My kids and stuff, they laugh and they say, "Yo, you guys are hilarious." Every time me and Guy are together physically, one of us is dancing or like
yeah.
I'll be like
Oh,
hugging
yeah.
him. Always, I'm that guy. I'll be like, "Guy, you know, hey, what's up, man?"
But you gotta
And then I'm
show
always like,
them
"Yo,
that.
y'all just kind
You
of like
got-
wait on the viral moment between you two because y'all are so silly. You can see the genuine friendship that's there. You know what I mean? It's like
Oh yeah.
it's cool.
And it's
But all
and,
this, man, I guess
yeah.
we're coming up on the 9th, man, because like
Yeah.
they held me in there, like I said, no phone call, no bond, no bail, no counsel, no anything that you would call one of your civil liberties, civil
Mhm.
right.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And like I said, the people that were over the box I was in, they were cool. The people
Yeah.
in the jailhouse
They are
themselves.
sometimes pretty
'Cause
cool.
they
Yeah.
knew
Yeah.
it was wrong.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, "Man, this is just where you have to be, and I don't know what else to say." You know, what do you do? They
Yeah,
would,
and they're in a position they can't do. They can't.
well,
do
that's
nothing.
what they follow orders. It ain't
Yep,
up, you know.
yep,
And
yep.
once they recognized and realized I wasn't a threat to anything, I
Nothing.
wanted to go home and pet my dog,
All right.
Yep.
Hang
Yep.
out.
you know,
Yep.
hug my
Yep.
wife.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know, we've been married 19 years coming up on, right? Me and my wife.
Congratulations, man.
And
That's
like
amazing.
seriously,
That's
in
amazing.
19 years of marriage, that's the very first time that I didn't tell my wife I loved her and good night before she went to sleep that night, and vice
Mhm.
versa. This
And
is
you
the
should have
first
been
time
able
in
to.
19, almost 19 years, man.
You should have been able to. Whether
I
you was
should
in
have been
jail or
able
not.
to. And here is
Whether you was
something
in
else.
jail or not, you should have been able to.
I should have been exactly
Whether you
wherever
was
I
in
was
jail or not, you should have been able to make a phone call home.
That makes me so
Yes, sir.
angry.
That's a
So
right.
angry.
That's a
That-
civil
Yes, it is.
right.
Yes, it
Like
Yes.
is.
you get a phone call, even if
Uh,
you're a heinous lunatic
it-
criminal,
it
you get a phone
seems-
You
call.
still get a call.
You just
Yeah,
get a
You
call.
know what I mean?
yeah. You get a
Just
call.
when I get on, I'm still gonna kill you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like whatever
yeah,
that
still
call
get a
is,
call,
it's
man.
your call.
It's crazy, ridiculous how it
ridiculous.
works, you know. And it's like
Man, I've seen it.
it's
I've
hard
seen
to
it too many
understand
times. I've seen it
how-
too many times.
like who in the office that I was in medically determined that I needed to be on suicide watch?
Nobody.
Like
you know,
with me asking the questions
That's
and
what-
then if
I can
if
tell
I'm
you this.
competent, look, if they deemed me competent enough
mhm.
to leave that
Mhm.
hospital with the police officers and go to the magistrate in front of
Right.
them, then I
Mhm.
was competent enough to speak
Of course.
appropriately
Let
and
me
tell
tell
her
you something. That
I was
was
not rude. I was
that was a
respectful.
call by the sheriff, and that was a call
Mhm.
by
Well,
upper. That was
the
a call
sheriff
because
department-
of you were put in there by a call made by someone as a
Somebody
punishment for what you did.
Yep.
That was
Yep.
not because
Yeah.
they felt you were suicidal.
that-
They know that's the worst punishment they can
That's
do
right.
is put a man or
The
a woman on
first thing
suicide
they do
watch.
up here, the very
They know
first
that.
thing that they do, you call any of them helplines, you call any of the centers, the very first thing they're going to do is what they call a risk assessment, and that is a suicide of
triage.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they do that right away, and then the next thing they'll ask you is they'll be like, "Do you have any kids?" And that was usually where most guys hang up the phone because
Yeah.
it's like, I don't want to risk my family. I don't
I
want to risk
don't even
nothing.
want to have
No.
because they deem you like
Mhm.
there's something wrong with you.
That's what they do, and then they
God.
say, "Go ask for help." Oh man, you know,
That
it's
jailhouse
only
should have
like-
never had you in suicide watch.
can't
They should have put
believe-
you
I
in a
can't
cell
believe,
by
what, 4
yourself with
days?
some clothes on,
Like,
give
come
you your
on.
leg back, and let you mellow out for a minute. Because I'm telling you, I've been at. I spent several years in
I'm with you.
prison sentence,
Mm-hmm.
and
Like that.
I know that they used to. I used to hear it said, like, put them on suicide watch. That'll stop. 'em.
That'll straighten them out.
Put them on
That'll straighten
suicide
them out.
watch.
That's what they'd
They'll-
say.
They'll,
That'll
they'll not
straighten
want
them
to
out.
buck no more. Put
Any
them on
man
suicide
don't turn his
watch.
spoon in gets a night in the box.
Yeah,
You
you
know
get put
what
on
I mean?
suicide
Another
watch.
night in the bin, boy.
If you
That's
want
what they
buck-
tell you.
buck.
Yep.
If you, I
Yep.
remember them selling. I seen many people from right here in Tazewell County that I know very personally come in acting the tough guy, talking about gonna buck. Right, I ain't going through this. But hey, a day later they'd be back out of the hole, like ready to do anything they were asked
But
to
did-
do.
Can I shine
They-
your shoes?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
anything
Yeah.
they were asked to do. So
There's nothing more to
2 nights in there is a
Yeah.
lot.
It is.
Yeah.
Three's
It is.
too much.
Well, you know, and
actually, 15 minutes in that box is too much.
If
for
you're-
somebody that was in my particular mental state,
Mhm.
and
and that
I can only
process
speak
that they
personally
put
on
you
that.
through. Oof.
It's like I for the time that I was in there, it was funny, man. I love Johnny Cash,
Yes, sir.
and the only thing I could think of was, well, I left my motel room down at the Starkville Motel,
Yeah.
down and gone to sleep, and I was feeling fairly well. And they arrested him for picking flowers in the
Yeah.
Starkville City Jail,
Uh-huh.
And I was sitting in there thinking, man, I might as well have been walking down the damn street
Picking flowers.
picking flowers, whistling.
That would have sounded a hell of a lot tougher in the pod too. When you
Wouldn't
reached the pod,
Yeah,
you're like,
wouldn't
I was out picking flowers,
Yeah.
raw
Picking
dogging them,
Raw-
and they come in and they
Boy,
bulldog
they
me.
caught me with a whole bouquet of
Yeah.
lilies.
Had a whole
Yeah.
bouquet.
Whole bouquet of
And
lilies.
they were the
Just
prettiest
blowing,
things you
man.
ever seen.
And I told him, I said, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm ruthless
Hey.
like that.
I might as well have been arrested for walking down the street with a bouquet of lilies and some roses.
Jaywalking
Hey,
with
you
a
know
bouquet of flowers
Yeah.
that you stole from
From the
the
county jail.
wildflowers along the road.
stole from the public lands.
Oh, it's getting tougher every time we tell it. I'm
It's-
telling you,
I
I'm
mean-
starting to buy in on the conversation now. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
With the treatment I was offered from the beginning medically, and the treatment that I was offered while I was put up,
the lack of treatment, you mean?
lack thereof,
Lack of, yeah.
there were medical doctors who went to the jail while I was in there, and I didn't even realize this myself until today. And God bless him. I didn't even know he had got as involved as he had. And thank you so much. If he ever sees this, he'll know who I'm talking about. But that medical doctor went to the facility that I was at. He's not a veteran. He's active duty.
Yeah,
You
LTK.
know, and he went there to try
LT.
to have me
Yeah.
medically evaluated
Yeah,
as a medical doctor,
and he should have been able to. I mean,
and
in my
he
personal
should
opinion.
have been able to.
Isn't
Yes.
it illegal to deny medical access?
Yeah.
I thought that
Yes.
that was a law.
Yes, and it seems that their medical treatment
This
for me was the box.
this is this is where you got him, in my personal opinion. This is where the
You got
dilemma
'em.
comes in at.
Yep.
Because if the ER did not deem you that, and that wasn't what their diagnosis was, then they had no proper channel for even going to a suicide watch.
Yes,
Nor
well,
did they have any right to try to stop you from leaving the parking lot because you hadn't even been medically assessed. So
that's
that's
the whole thing. Is once I was considered competent enough to be turned over to the other authorities,
They sh-
at that point, whoever turned me over to the other point made the determination that I had been medically evaluated
Well, it
and
sounds
that
like
I was perfectly competent and capable of getting in that vehicle with them and going to where I was.
Right.
Now, I just wanted to go to my house.
right.
So to
sir.
say I wasn't competent to get in the vehicle and leave with them is not the fact.
No, I
The
don't.
fact
make
of the
no
matter
sense.
is, you know what I'm saying. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like that's not
This
what they were trying. It's the fact that like that once they sprayed me and then I was put in that situation. Of course, I'm not competent to leave.
No,
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't breathe. I can't see. Of course, I
But-
can't go nowhere
But
now.
initially, right out of the gate, it was just very overwhelming, and it continued to last for days. And I just feel bad for anybody else that ever had to go through that. And like I told Guy, clang, shang, bang, clank, clunk.
Dude,
Oh
you
my
gotta
gosh, that's
do-
all you hear
Yep.
is the
terrible.
doors slamming and
Boom.
shutting and the keys
Boom.
rattle
I
and the
told
lock
you before-
roll over.
I told
And
you
every
one of
now
the
and then
worst
a buzz,
things.
and you're sitting there naked. Might as well be in a towel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the thing too, like, you know, for people to understand, like, if you're not affected by PTSD or traumatic, either one, when them booms, them clanks, like them sounds, them sensory deprivation things, like it just accelerates this to a level where it's your head just feels like your eyes are gonna blow out the front of your skull.
Oh,
That's
my
what-
friend, you
like-
nailed it. Sometimes you would think it's like
Where
certain
am
sounds.
I?
I remember one time I was like I worked underground, and it's like just the light,
Mhm.
the way
Oh,
it
my
was yellow
Lord.
light at the bottom of. I told you about that guy, the yellow light that flashed at the
Mhm.
bottom of a slope, and just the way it flashed looked exactly like a light that was in Kuwait. It wasn't in Iraq or anything. It was in Kuwait. I remember it. But we had mortar pits there that we got run down in because they was dropping them on us there. They sucked with them things, man. Thank God.
Yeah,
they weren't
luckily,
trying.
they can't find range to save their life.
Yeah, they couldn't figure it out. Our guys would be like, "All right, dude."
All right, punk. Bye.
But like,
Yeah.
the funny thing is, like, there was no true evaluation at all of it, man. But certain things will stimulate certain things, you know. And
Yes,
with
they
that,
will. Yes, they will.
I remember that light reminding me of it so much. Where there for a second, I just kind of stood there, not really like what you would call you see the crazy flashback type
No,
thing scenario where it's all dreamy and
What happened to me was I would lose time.
it's just like a memory pops up, and you're like, wow.
Yeah, where'd
That's
that
an
last
overwhelming
where'd
memory.
that
You
last
know what I'm
4
saying?
hours go? You know what I mean? Like there was at the very beginning. I remember like my wife still does it for me. She writes everything on the calendar, right? Because there was a 2.5 year gap where I'd look at the day and I'd have to focus. What day is it, right?
Yeah,
And this process would take me 30 to 45 minutes. And then
right.
I'd look at it and I think I'd have it, and then I'd turn and I'd walk away, and I would just go to tears because
Yeah,
you feel that part that you had go, and now you know
go.
this thing is here, and now
Yeah.
it's how do I deal with this thing? And that's why when I hear a story like yours, um, I mean, there's so much more behind it. And what guy
Well,
told me, and that call came in, it was like I could feel it, man. And I was just, this is not right. It's not right. I said it's not right. It ain't right. And
well,
these
I'll
people
say
need to
this.
be dealt with, like they
It's,
do.
You know, God bless you. You speaking out right now with what you just said yourself. That's yours. It's your testimony on it. You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
You understand.
I do.
Man, people need to know that it doesn't make you a bad guy
They
to
don't.
have a bad thought every now and then.
No.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
and we need to bring some attention. I mean, there is some simple solutions to these
Oh,
problems,
Simple
guys. I
solutions,
mean,
dude.
every
easy
Three
fix.
eight
one
hour
of our police
refresher training might
departments
have
are
been all that's
built
needed.
up of
100%.
people.
Keep going.
I mean, you can't tell me this is my thing. There's simple solutions for this that wouldn't cost any extra. Our police departments, fire departments, they're built up of veterans and they're built up of active service members that are doing, National Guard duty or however it is that it works. Okay, so you're telling me that as a United States of America that we don't have enough gumption to say, okay, well, let's have people that are prepared and ready on standby to take these calls. When
Yes.
we have a veteran call in that says, hey, when we have a hospital call and say, hey, we have a
Call this
veteran
guy.
here that we're concerned with, and we'd like you to come and just help with them and just talk with them. You can. That would be so simple to have somebody that they could be like, "Hey, look, we need you to come here and just talk to this person and tell us how you feel about them and talk with them, whatever." That the best we have to offer is some little rent-a-cop that makes you want to slap them either which way just because you
And
walk past them,
Oh
and you
man.
know,
and they're
here's
proud of
And
their
then he
big
puts his
buckle of
hands
keys
on
and
you. Then he
everything.
puts his
It's like,
hands
that
on
pepper
you.
spray burns, boy.
Oh boy,
He
don't
was
don't
proud
touch
of
me.
it.
Don't
Look,
touch me. Don't
look,
touch
I'll say this too. Like,
me. Holy smokes.
you know, the whole veterans thing is great, and the veterans outreach and the people understanding the people that have reached out to me and my family and friends and people that we know. Oh my gosh, it's overwhelming to me, and I just appreciate everything from everyone in all directions. But man, they just people don't need to be treated like that, regardless of if they're a veteran,
that's
Nope.
right.
if they're a drunk,
Yep.
if they're stumbling around lost in the world, have no idea on the worst
Mhm.
drugs you could be on. Treat them people with respect because you don't know who that person might be one day.
That's right.
And
And
you
That's
don't
right.
know who they might have been. I'm gonna
you
tell
don't
you,
know who they might have been
m-
exactly right,
most of
sir.
them fellas rolling that I met when I was in that particular situation myself, because it did end up becoming to homeless. And I would see these guys rant and raving, and you'd think, oh, they must be on drugs. They must. No,
No,
that person has been broken, man. They
yeah,
have been
man.
broken, and they need help. Like there's one fella that was part of. Oh man, it's got to change, and
Got to change.
it's conversations like this that got to be put out there. People need to understand this is happening, and this could happen to you or someone you love,
Dude,
and maybe they ain't gonna shake out for
you
them
don't
to
have
say
to be a vet. That's one
no,
No.
thing, you know,
no,
like I
no.
appreciate all the veterans outreach and everything, but I just like to say, as a Christian man, I appreciate all the outreach because I know that that's the light of my way, my Lord and Savior. And these, I just felt horribly mistreated. I felt degraded and embarrassed and all of
Well,
the
we
above,
all do
humiliated.
for you.
Well, you were,
And
sir. Like
I
you're
hope you were
absolutely
embarrassed for me, guy.
well, I was embarrassed by the way that I found
I'm
out that you were
embarrassed by the
treated.
whole system.
Um,
I couldn't believe it.
They
Like,
could
I'm
have just asked you,
furious.
well, how simple would it have been to be like, hey, do you have a friend close by we can call?
Yeah,
That's why I said I should have just drove by the building right on
You
up
know,
to your
I'm
house.
4 miles from the place. I could have been there in 2.5 minutes and probably de-escalated the whole thing. And that would have been as simple as them saying to you, "Hey, do you have a friend that's close by we could
It's
call?
very
We would
true,
like
man.
you to talk to somebody. Do you have somebody that you would love to just us get a hold of for you?"
Do
And
you
you
have
could
a
have said,
friend nearby? Yeah, man.
"Do you have a
Be a
friend
friend,
nearby?"
man.
Yep.
Or
You know
we
what I'm
have
saying?
we have an officer who's on his way, who's off duty, but he's a retired Marine, and we would like him to come and sit and talk with you for a little bit. That would calm you down immediately. You'd be like, "Oh,
Of
really?"
course.
I
Okay,
can tell you
cool.
this.
But
You
instead, you're
mentioned-
gonna have some little rent-a-cop come up to me
Well,
and then try to
No,
manhandle
you
me.
can't even
Come on.
understand. Like you
Look,
can't even
look,
understand it, man. Like you got no concept. You're still shitting green. And normally I don't curse on the show, but
don't need it.
that's the truth. It's like you ain't seen nothing. And I get you got a job. But you also got a brain, right? And God gave you a brain for a reason. This is a situation here where we can take it here. Or we can smooth on up through this, and everyone can have a good old day. You know what I mean?
If that
Like-
man would have stepped 3 feet to his left or his right, my
Mm-hmm.
left, excuse me, and let me open the door of my truck and leave that hospital,
Mm-hmm.
nobody would have had any more issue with anything.
No.
I would have, like I said, my wife would have said, "Come on, we're going to Salem." I'd have said, "Yeah, listen, they offered electroshock therapy, horse tranquilizers, a breathalyzer, and a piss test.
Right out the
Thank
gate.
you.
Yeah,
You
like-
know what I mean?"
I was looking really
Let's go
forward
get
to the
some
piss
real help,
test, but
love.
the electric shock therapy turned me off. But I was excited to do the pee test.
It turned you off. It turned me on a little bit. I'm not gonna lie about it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
You know what?
the
Where do they
sign
hook
on
those
the
things?
mirror said objects appear closer than they are.
It's all a dream.
Man, it's
my
just
goodness.
so stupid. Some of the things that they come up with that's like protocol. Like, oh, it's protocol. While somebody's
but
having
then they got
a
this
a
other thing,
breakdown.
an oath.
Let's
That's
go
what
in
I'm
here
saying.
while you're having a mental breakdown. Can you pee in this cup for me?
Yeah.
Do you mind if
Yeah.
I shock
Well,
you a
listen.
few times? See if I can get you going.
Here's a story.
And
for
while
you.
you're not
We
paying
talked about
attention,
peeing
we'll
in the
shoot
cup.
you
We
with some
talked about
ketamine.
this one when I lost my leg. Actually, right?
Yeah.
I got my foot crushed, dude. Now it broke everything in, and I'm in the ER, right?
Yeah.
With the blood pumping out of the end of my stump foot.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
The dude from the safety people comes in and is like, "I need you to pee in a cup before you can leave here to go on up to
What?
the big hospital to get fixed." And I'm thinking, dude, I told him, "Can't you like get it out of my foot there?"
Yeah.
You know,
Tap
like,
into
there's
it,
You
no
got a
blood
foot
for
to
you
work
get.
with. What else do you need?
What
Here,
more
pal.
do
you need?
How much more do I need to give here?
You know,
really,
like,
you
what
know?
else do I
Like,
got to give you, friend? Here now.
Yeah.
So I rolled over and peed in a cup for the guy with
Of
the
course
blood,
you
on,
did.
you know, with my stump.
Oh
And then
my
they would let me
man.
leave to go to the hospital.
That's at
Well, these,
hand.
you know, it's like it's amazing how they come to a preconceived notion based on some determination that they've made that you are incompetent or that you are this or you're this standard. People
What's that?
seen
Judging a
Rambo
book by
too
its
many
cover.
times or something
Yeah,
and think
judging a
that the
book.
guys are just nuts and they're gonna, you know, like
Yeah, they're gonna freak out. They're gonna blah. You know, and it's like, no, dude, you're causing that to possibly happen. And I'm being as calm as I possibly can with all these skills I've been learning now to adapt to this. And this is the shit you're pulling. Like,
Yeah.
no,
and it's disturbing
it's
to even
very
think,
bad.
man, that people.
Luckily, you're tough, man, because I can't. You know, I
Thank
know,
you,
I
man.
know, I know guys that have been, and it has
That's my
broken
dude.
them. And
Guy's
it has
the man. Uncle Guy. I still call him Uncle Guy.
Uncle guy.
Started
Uncle
out
Guy.
as Uncle Guy anyway.
Hey, I don't know if you guys ever did this on the show, but did you have a birthday show, Mr. Guy?
Ah, man.
Couple days late.
I did.
I just had a birthday show.
I came
I
on
know he
on
did.
my birthday.
His
Yeah.
birthday's 4 days after mine. I'm the 19th. He's the 23rd.
Oh,
What-
well, that's cool.
which is-
Check
Y'all
this
got it
out, Zach.
planned out right there. That
But,
worked
but
out.
got
look,
me
look
some
what he
new
got
gear.
now. He's gonna zoom in. Happy birthday to you. Happy late
Yeah.
birthday
Yeah.
to you.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to my
Oh
story.
man,
Ah,
dude.
man.
Yeah, we're
Thank you
glad
for
that
sharing it
like,
with us and having the
Nobody
courage
deserves
to
to
do
be treated right like
No.
that, regardless of veteran status.
so. No.
Well,
Criminal.
we're
Look.
gonna keep this. We're gonna keep pushing,
Yep.
and we're gonna keep bringing this to the forefront in the best way that we know how. I mean,
Yep.
the platform may not be much, but it is a platform.
Well,
And
Yes, sir.
you know,
Yeah.
we're gonna keep shining a light on it. Every
Yes,
chance
we
that
will.
every chance that we get.
Well,
Because
honestly, with as much love as I have for you guys, man, I'm sorry I don't get on here anymore and chime in and talk. I'll try to
man.
make it a point to, because I get doing stuff, man. I make
Oh.
these bears and stuff.
We get
Hey,
it,
it's
dude.
life,
I've seen
man.
some of your
Outside as
bears.
much
I
as
love
possible.
your bears and the red marker. I love it.
Like that's my
I was
lumber
showing you the
crayon,
red
man.
marker.
You can,
Yeah.
I
like
got a
write it
couple
on
sneak
there and then
peeks.
cut it away, and it
Yeah.
helps. It's
Yeah.
I
cool.
told him, I said, I find it funny because he draws with a red marker,
The
like,
red
you're getting
marker.
ready to bleed.
He's like, I'm gonna cut you up now, Bubba.
Yeah. My dad asked. I sent him a picture when he went. Good Lord, what's all that? What's all that red?
Yeah.
Like, what'd you do?
That's how I looked at when I first seen it. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
man, what the
happened
world
here?
did he cut it? What?
That's super cool. I've always
The
had
bear.
Yeah,
No,
like-
those crayons, man, they're awesome. They used them at that sawmill I worked at to mark the cut off ends, the bad
Yep.
boards and stuff.
Yep.
I got
Yep.
that one at the Lowe's, but they're real sturdy. You know, as the old Marine grunt they
Big
call
old, yeah,
crayon
big old
eaters.
thick
So
buggers. Yeah,
you know,
man.
like the lumber crayon definitely helped. It's a spicy kind of crayon, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Man.
Nah,
yes.
but,
Yes, Tracy, he has a YouTube channel. I'm going to share his link down in the bottom here in just a second.
there's not much on my channel. That'd be fine. Share that thing out there,
I'm
man. I
looking
haven't
for-
posted anything
Well,
on there about
for-
this.
Well, if you want, I mean, we can put this on there for you too. Like, I mean, this because it's important. You
Oh
know,
man,
this
do
is very
whatever.
important.
This
Very
needs to
important.
be
Bro.
heard.
Mhm.
And
I
I'm
got
not. Guy can tell you 100%. I don't want to be somebody put in the forefront of anything.
No.
I'm very humble. I'd like to kind of stay back and not really even be known I'm in the room. You know what I mean?
Fair. Yeah.
Like the old
Yep.
lead follow or get the hell out of the way. I was like, all right, I'll just get out of the way, guys. Now at this point in life, y'all go ahead. You know what I mean? But I'm humbly blessed to live the life that I live. And man, I'm telling you, they didn't have the right to do that to me, and they don't have the right to do that to anybody.
No,
they
they
don't.
do not.
No, they don't.
Listen, at the very medium for wherever you're at in the world, you should be allowed to ask for help, and you should be able to get help and treated with respect. Them are
Yes,
the three
sir.
things. And if we just start doing that, man, this whole thing will turn around. Because I know that we all remember a time when that actually was the way it used to be. Now I know things got mixed up here, but people, we got to work together, and that's it.
It's-
Well, there's simple solutions, I think, when
They
you
are.
start
They
thinking
are.
about things from outside of a money perspective. But
Mhm.
what is reality? Reality is you can have somebody that is from that area that is ready for that type of thing, and not having that is a fault of the system, and it's a fault of that
For less
particular
than
place.
$500, they could train somebody up enough to
Yes, they
work
can.
in that position to know that's not what you do.
I
Indeed.
guarantee you, there's a full of
This
sitting
guy who
around.
did
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
the man at the facility was a veteran himself.
Yeah, yeah.
He told me this when I went there.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yep.
and he was trying to make that connect. This was when I initially walked through, you know, and got there.
Mm-hmm.
And he was trying to make that connection. And I saw that. I was trying to be, yeah, man. And I just really didn't want to be bothered by him
No.
because, like, I've been to the hospitals before and they sent the security people based on the fact that I'm a
Yep.
big old dude, man.
And you say the wrong thing, like you said. I mean,
matter.
I've been in the room, and they said speak freely, right? So you do, And
Yeah.
then she hits that little buzzer thing, and then everything changes.
Everything changes.
Just
It's
like,
a shift all of a
boom.
sudden. The whole dynamic shift.
Yep.
Miss
And it,
Tracy, right there's the link. About 4 messages up from you is the link for Zach Bowman's channel.
because I'm telling you,
Yep.
hey, like I said, with all the money that gets wasted and more comes out, I ain't political going to get that route or anything. But,
Yep.
there's been a lot of stuff come out here lately about
Yes,
how
there
much
has.
wasteful spending has been taking place around the world, and people don't even know where the money went. So, it's like,
And then you got like this is wild. Like I have to stay away because I know this is something that really triggers me big time. Is like, listen, once upon a time, like we all knew that we were getting ripped off, but they were doing it in a different way. Now it's like right in your face,
Now-
and they're showing here's the
Exactly.
food rot, and it's like
we all knew that there
Yeah.
was misrepresentation of the taxes along the way.
Mm-hmm.
There's no doubt.
Yep.
But then when you find out what the misrepresentation was and where it is like it's like they spray you with pepper spray and tackle
Yep.
you and knock your leg off and
Yep.
stuff.
And give you the bear spray up here. That's how we mess around in Canada, man. With the bear
Horrible,
spray.
man.
Take out a whole bus.
That is something, man. That is
I
just,
couldn't-
it's insane, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it-
just
it
one of those
is,
things.
though.
But like seriously, with all the money that the government spends,
Yep.
they should give a little bit to training people properly to handle veterans at facilities that
Like,
have VA facilities attached to them.
I'm no mathematician, but honestly, think about one lawsuit for a department who does this wrong, right?
Yeah.
Whereas, like you said, for $502,000, you have a guy. I know 10 of them right now that would sign up for that position because they've been in this position,
Yes.
and they know that unless you've been in it, it's handled a certain way, and it's not going to be some guy in a white lab coat. I'm not trying to cut nobody down. It's
Yeah,
going to be
absolutely.
somebody. It's somebody's been in it that can be there and get ahead of it before it ever gets to this. Because again, thank goodness and bless upon you that you are speaking about this, because I can't tell you how many people I know that have fallen through the cracks through this, and then they just say there is no help. They go home and fill in your own blanks on the end of it, right?
That's what they expect of you. And I will
Yep.
say this too, as part of me coming home,
Yep.
I had to agree to go and seek further help at a proper different VA facility,
Mm-hmm.
which me and my wife left straight from there. We came here to take care of our dog, stopped right here. It's right on the road, right? It's same pathway, man. Boom, boom.
Yep.
And made sure he was taken care of with my father-in-law, and we drove to the Salem VA medical facility, and it was treated with the utmost respect.
Mm-hmm.
I got a thorough medical evaluation from a doctor, an ER doctor, who was not trying to joke about any situation by no means. He was
These are not, good.
he was kind of he's a very smart man, just you could tell by his actions. Sometimes it's hard to talk to those guys because they speak over your head with things.
Little
He
bit.
didn't even
Yeah,
mean
yeah.
to be like speaking over my head. That was his common lingo, and I'm thinking, wow. But he did a thorough exam, and then they brought a psych lady in. They did a thorough mental evaluation, and then it was determined clearly that I did not need to be admitted into like an inpatient service treatment.
Right.
I was released to follow up on my outpatient treatment at that facility, which I am awaiting contact now to go talk to them for the first time since I got out of the box. Spend the night in the box. But
Yep.
that just makes me laugh every
It
time.
does.
It sucks. But you gotta laugh to keep from crying sometimes. Real, man.
Yes, you
Find
do.
a way.
Yes, you do.
But all that being said, man, I just don't want this to ever happen to anybody else.
No.
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 They should
No,
have
I mean,
handled this.
and you know what?
Enough's-
If
enough's
just
enough.
talking on here stops it from one happening,
Mm-hmm.
that's enough.
Yeah.
We'll take it. We'll
That's
take
what I'm
one.
saying, man.
We'll take
Yeah.
one.
If it don't happen to one other person because it happened to me, and I can let somebody know
Yep.
that that's not right, and anybody that knows me and knows, like I said earlier, my wife's probably sick of hearing me say it because I just can't help but think of what it is. I'm a pillar, man, of everything that I try to hold dear and good, and with family and friends and righteousness and good. And I'm not a bad dude.
No.
And everybody that
Well, you
knows
wouldn't
me
be my
would
friend if
tell
you
you
were.
I'm
Let's
not,
just
you
be
know?
honest.
I'm
Like,
not.
I wouldn't even. I'm the kind of dude that I wouldn't be around you if you were that kind of person.
Right.
Like
Mhm.
I couldn't handle that in my life. Like
Yeah, it's
that's just
I'm
not the
not,
company
dude.
that
I'm
I
a
want to
loving,
keep. Whether I call you, I could
gentle
still
cat,
call you my
man.
best friend from afar. I
No,
could say, "Hey, I still love you, but I don't like who you are, and I can't handle this right now."
Yeah,
But
man.
that's
Like,
not the way it is.
no,
And
and the thing
this
with
is
these
the
mental
thing.
health,
It ain't got nothing to do with your standing.
no.
It
Mm-mm.
ain't got nothing to do with your standing. It ain't got
Yeah.
nothing to do with whether you're a veteran. It ain't got nothing to do with that. What it ultimately comes down to is you are a human being, and
Amen.
no human being should ever be treated in that manner. It's just not right. I
Well,
don't care if they're sentenced to death, kill them. Don't treat them
yeah,
like that beforehand. Kill them.
That's
yeah,
right. That's right.
You
Don't
know.
mess around in the in
and
between time. Like,
you
just
know,
get it done.
get it
Yep.
done. It's just
Yep.
we've said it before, guy. Like the punishment don't fit the bill or fit the crime, so to
No.
speak.
No.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like
Yeah.
in cases, man, like, dude, even the COs and officers within the jail who, like I said, they didn't do nothing wrong. They were cool. The guy actually did really well by taking charge of a situation.
Mhm.
And he's even a young man. He told me he's 28. He invited me to church. You know, like, tried
Yep.
to, hey, I'll tell you
Yeah.
this, the man tried so hard to get my mind off of everything that he sat down there and told me his story.
Mhm.
And then he tried to play rock, paper, scissors with me. Old
Nice.
Rochambeau, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I said,
Rochambeau, baby.
I'm sitting there in the smock,
Yeah.
right? When
Why didn't you
Right,
ask
yeah.
him if you could wrestle?
I should have said,
Come
"You want to
on in
wrestle?
here, boy.
You want to wrestle?
You
You
want
wanna
to wrestle?
Yeah, he'd have loved that. You know what I'm saying? I'd give him a big hug. No, they would. That wouldn't have worked.
Hold
But
me.
Now.
Hold me.
considering the circumstances, I looked at him and said, "Nah, I don't want to play, man. You win." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
said, "Dude, come on. It'll take 3 seconds, and it'll get your mind off of it for those 3 seconds, man."
He's a
And he
smart young
really
fella.
genuinely.
Smart
And I
young
told him,
fella.
"Nah, I'm good, man. You win." And he said, "All right, man. Well, I got some stuff to do." He said, "I'll be back through to check on you before I leave. I'll talk to you here in a little bit." And he said, and as he walked out, he gave me the old one of these. He said,
Yeah.
"You dropped that," and held
Yeah.
his hand down with the old circle. So I couldn't help but kind of smirk when he
Yeah.
walked out of there.
Yeah.
God bless that man, because
Yeah.
dude, that
He was
was a
Absolutely.
really
trying.
tough time. And you
Yep.
talk about like how long it don't take long in a cell in a box like that to make you really start
Oh,
pondering and
dude.
thinking, especially when you've been pondering and thinking for
Dude.
days.
Mhm.
And then for somebody like that to come along, it had to have been God sent that he was even working there, and he did. Man, God bless him for that smile and
Yeah.
that laugh that he perpetrated for me. You know, I don't know if
Yeah.
he realized just how far it went, man.
Yeah,
Well-
well, bless him. You know what I mean? Because honestly, like that was something that took a long time to learn. I remember they would do these things at the beginning, which would be like they could tell like when I was kind of spaced out, right, and I was going like into my head.
Yeah.
And they'd be like shine 3 colors, and I'd be like black, blue, red, green, and like I'd have to look around. And then they'd be like 4 letters, you know what I mean? So it
Yeah.
would get you back into the space. So like what I heard that young fella doing for you, like I mean, amazing.
Dude.
We need more of that. We need more.
We
of
need
that.
more of that. Whatever that man, he needs to train these guys.
Sounds like
Cognitive-
sounds like maybe we
cognitive
need to start
behavioral
pushing
therapy.
up common sense, fellas.
Yep.
Yeah,
Um,
common sense,
You know,
man.
treat people like a human
Common
being.
man sense, bro.
Yeah.
You
You
know,
know,
like you
just,
said, it's like, come on, man.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
and realizing, guys, that I mean, we can talk about lofty educations, we can talk about all this, and I'm gonna tell you, the ones that was able to get me when I needed it was the ones that was just willing to humble themselves and speak from their heart and say,
Yes.
"This is what I've been through,
Yep.
and this is how I
Yep.
feel about it," and then have the courage to shut up and listen to what the other person has to say.
100%.
Yes.
Sometimes it takes more courage to shut your mouth and hear what somebody else is saying, and stop playing the game in your head about you're better or you've got a better story. Shut up. Let the other person talk. That's the real therapy in it. Let them have their time and let them talk. Let them speak, and know that
Dude.
sometimes the therapy comes in shutting up and
Two
let
of
them
these
talk.
and one of these for a reason. Right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's
Always
right,
go back
man.
to that, man. Always.
Hey, I want y'all to know something. I've been sitting here messing with these ear headphones I got in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I
They
keep
didn't help the
pushing.
way you look.
All right,
Oh,
well,
I thought you was going to ask it that. Oh, no. Go
do
ahead.
these
Go ahead.
earbuds make
Yeah.
my ears look big?
You look slim. You look slim.
Thank
You're
you.
looking good.
I jumped the
Slimming.
gun right there. I thought you was going. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Slimming.
Yeah.
Guys look
Hey,
so
I
much.
want y'all to know that through this whole thing, I know y'all have seen me do it the whole time. Like, what? And doing
Yeah.
this and pushing them up in there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, thinking, I can't hear them. What's going on? And like, the whole time my volume down here was set on 17. I didn't even
Welcome-
try to turn it up, man.
Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the.
just
You
now
are
we're like
officially
an hour
a
and a half,
member
2
of the
hours
show.
into
Dude,
this
hey, the
thing,
first
and
time
now
I
can
come
hear
on
you
here
guys
to
real good.
the first time I come on here to use my computer for the first time using StreamYard, right? I come on here and I was on here for 68 minutes
What's
and
that?
couldn't figure out how to get the camera open. He's got some kind of message coming in.
Yes, he does.
He's got a message
He's
from Mama
dealing with
coming
it.
in.
He's dealing
Okay.
with it.
Yeah.
That's cool. Absolutely. I am perfectly okay, baby. I love you so much.
That's a good,
I love you too.
Yeah,
that's a
thank
great
you for
relationship.
everything. Did you
I love that.
get some
That's-
rest?
Yep.
Welcome to Creating Change. Hey, shout out to everybody in the house. We appreciate everybody being here. This has been
All right, well, I'm getting ready to get off of here. For right now, I'll be right there. I love you.
I love you too, darling.
I
Thank you.
love you,
Love you,
baby.
baby.
And if it's quite all right, I need you, baby.
Hey, wait a minute.
In the morning light.
This
You guys
might
both
help.
got microphones. I love
You
it.
like that?
I love it. Oh, you know
Oh,
what
my.
time it is.
I love you, baby.
Feed them ducks.
I love you, baby.
You guys in
Let's
Philly,
feed
man.
them ducks.
Thank you so much for letting me be part of
man,
this.
Dude,
No,
no,
thank
we're
you.
glad to have you, dude.
Thank you for speaking
Hey,
on this.
look, guy, I'll tell you, I usually don't say a whole lot, man. I've talked more in this last hour than I've talked in 2 weeks. Yeah, you know what I'm
That's a
saying?
good thing. That's a good
It's a
thing.
good
though.
thing to, you know,
Yep.
to get this out there. People
It
need
is.
to know, man. And this is the first, I guess you would say my first real thing since this happened to me where I talked to anybody else. And I called a couple of guys, but nothing where I was like, hey, this needs to be here, guys. We got to spread this. And
Yes, sir.
I love
Yes,
my
sir.
brother Guy, Shine Dig. I love you too, man. And
Same at you, bro.
uh,
Right back at you.
you guys keep doing what you're doing. Y'all are digging in, and I really like it. Format's great.
Thanks.
Perfect, man. Way to go, guy. Because I can tell you this, that dude right there didn't know how to turn on a camcorder when he started this journey, and it
Well,
blows
you
my
know
mind because he's capable of doing anything he sets
Yes,
his
he
mind
can.
to, man.
That's right. Anybody is.
Except for shaving.
Anybody is.
Anybody.
Except for shaving.
Except for shaving.
No, I thought it grew in all natural like
Yeah,
that.
I thought you were
This
just
is what
painting that
natural
on
looks
every
like.
morning with a marker.
Right? Yeah, you look like that Ohio State football coach. He's like the first football coach in college history to win.
He's
the
got to be a handsome
championship.
devil then.
Well,
Yeah, with he is the first person to win a championship with a draw-on Sharpie beard.
yeah,
Oh, I love
It's
him
so
already.
dark. You ought to see it. It's dark.
Oh,
It'd be
yeah.
like this.
yeah. It's
Oh,
amazing.
It's unbelievable.
I think that.
Like
look
just
at that.
for men times 10.
That is so
Bro,
great.
put
dude.
the
Oh, yeah.
Sharpie down. You know.
That is so great.
And when he's angry, he just puts a frustrated eyebrows.
Why
on
do
top.
why do men wear mascara? dude.
Dude, I don't know.
I
Like
don't
thick
know.
I
mascara.
don't
Like,
know.
dude,
Like I
coal
thought that
miners.
was
Like,
done in the 80s.
yeah, like Rat was the last band to wear.
Shout out to
freaking-
Rat though.
Shout out to Rat. They were the last band to wear
Bullhorns, baby. Yeah.
Straight horns.
Feel the noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, boys.
I love
yeah.
that commercial. They said we got a rat problem, and it's them guys down there getting it.
That's Quiet Riot.
Quiet Riot.
Quiet
Come
Riot, man.
on, feel the noise.
Yeah.
D. Snyder and
Yeah,
Quiet.
D. Snyder. D. Snyder. You know what's hilarious about that dude? Is he had like a show that came out, and up here there's this French singer, Celine Dion. All right.
Oh my gosh,
Oh, I
dude!
know.
When she released the AC/DC cover, I puked.
Oh, tell me about
Like,
it. I don't
come
even
on,
like
don't
bringing
do
up her
that.
name. I don't even like bringing up her name. But D. Snyder goes, I wrote this Christmas record as a joke, and the most money I ever made was from Celine Dion. That's what he thinks. He's pronouncing it his way. He's like, I sold it to her for $12 million, and I wrote it as a joke. Most money I ever made. I was like, good for
That's
you,
what
bro.
she gets, man.
Yeah, that's it. Take it.
You
Stick
have
it to
a
her.
you have a message from Memoirs, Sean.
What's that?
I put it up there on the screen for you.
Put this up.
Hey
Sean.
guys,
Chin tucks. What is
about
it?
to
Oh,
bust
oh
out of
my
this
God!
bag.
Yes, Jesus! I gotta put that whole thing up there. She wrote a message near. Like I was just finished recording a song, and I was checking, through the stuff. How did it go? And I read this thing. I gotta put it up for you to have the full context. But she was saying something about getting frisky with chin tusks, and I'll leave it at that because it's the early show.
Yeah, that's funny.
I
Hey, I
love
see
it.
you. Shout out to Sapag TV. Appreciate y'all. Memoirs of a Redneck Barbie. Thank you very much for being
Appreciate
here. Tracy
y'all.
Local Learning. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you being here. Gen X Effect. Thank you, brother. Elevated Einstein. Appreciate you. Melissa, Mom and Dad, Mom, Missy. Appreciate you guys. I see you. Gaston's guitar cover. Shout out to you, brother. I
man.
appreciate you letting Sean and I have the opportunity to play some of your music. DJ Tom Westside. I appreciate you being here. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Let's see.
Desi,
I think
Tommy
the first one
Kenyon.
we got brother Desi in the house. Appreciate you. We got Jimena, Magic of Healing. Appreciate you, and
Surviving
we
together.
appreciate you for bringing Miss Mac to us. Thank you.
Yeah.
The Source, appreciate you. He's got 5 questions with the Source. This will be Saturday, 4:00 Eastern Standard Time. 5 questions with the Source. Shout out to Jimena. She's going to be on there with them. She's an outstanding young lady.
Yes, she is.
Does outreach and she does support things, and that's where we met Miss Mac, who is Surviving Together is her channel's name. I would encourage anybody to go support her. She does outstanding work. Real Odds and Evens, new friends of the Guy and Shine Show, new friends of creating change. I appreciate you coming by and giving me the chance, giving us the chance. Thank you very much. Let's see, I feel like I'm missing somebody. There was one other person up at the top that came in.
ain't missing
When I
you
first,
at
oh, Brother
all.
William. Brother William, sorry.
You will.
Brother William. Desi, shout out to Desi. Yeah.
There you go. There you
love
go.
it. I love it.
Who's this
I
one
see
now?
V.
Spag.
I see V.
Oh,
She had the
no.
best answer. When you ask her a question, then
Boom.
you get
She
a
nails it
direct
down.
answer. Because I seen her name. You see, or here, I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
I seen her name. It come up, and I didn't know how to pronounce it. So I was like, Vi, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
I asked her, I said, well, is that right? Well, no. The answer I got, and it was
Was
V.
V.
Just the letter V. That's
V.
how you say that
Yep.
name. V.
Dude, wait.
Ain't there nothing better than like getting a direct
V.
answer with a direct question?
Yep. Big Jack
See,
story
like,
time in the house. Shout out to
Filipino
you.
or something. V. It sounded like I'd say that because my cousin married a Filipino lady, and it had the same kind of.
It's VHIE, but it's
Yeah.
pronounced
Yeah,
V.
yeah. I
Like,
know
yep.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
when I said, is that right? She said, yes. That's my kind of answer, man. I mean, like, okay. Like,
Where
hey.
do you want to go for dinner? Well, where do you want to go, babe?
Yeah.
Wherever you want to go. Well,
Oh,
where would you
silly.
like?
Oh,
Take me to
crazy.
Denny's, give me a grand slam, have me home
Shout
by
out
8.
to
That's what
straight
I wanna hear.
answers. I mean,
Yeah.
we got
Hey,
ZB in the house.
I love
Magic
you guys.
Love you.
Appreciate
I'm
you,
gonna
brother.
crank out of this studio, I guess. Thank you so much.
You're
Well,
welcome,
thank
man.
you.
You're
Hey,
welcome.
thank
Come
you.
back
It's-
anytime.
Thank you. Speak out. You had it too. You know what I'm
Yes,
talking
sir.
about.
Yes, sir.
Both of you. The PTSD runs a lot further than a veteran,
Yes, it
and
does.
people need to understand that just because you have it, don't mean you're a
No.
raving loon.
You're not a
So
quack.
you're not at all. It's
Not a
just
quack.
no, not at
Zach,
all. So,
I
thank
love
Zach.
you, and
I
I
love you
encourage
too,
Ben.
brother.
You know how proud I am of you, and
I
it
love you,
goes without
guys.
saying that I always have just been overly proud of the man that you've become, and I've been overly proud of seeing the family man that you are, and the husband that you are, and the father that you are to your kids, and the friend that you are to me, and other people in your life, and just know that there's a lot of prayers that go up for you that you don't hear. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
well,
prayers that
much
go up for you that
appreciated, my friend.
maybe you don't recognize when you're having those moments, but I just encourage you as a Christian man to just keep leaning on that, and know that when
Amen.
you
Amen.
look in and you see that single set of footprints, we both know the story. That's not your set of footprints.
No,
That's
that ain't
God's set of
mine.
footprints, and He's carrying you. He's got you. So He's
He's
got
got
this.
it, man. Well, I'll
And
tell you this. When you're set in the box for 4 days with 1 foot, man, you got to have that to carry you. And
Indeed.
man, thank God that I found my Lord and Savior years ago and turned to Christ and let things be with Christ. And it doesn't mean that like physical issues and medical problems are automatically disposed of because you found your uh, your
Yep.
salvation, and you have
you're
to follow
still
the
living.
steps. But you're
Well,
still living,
still
man,
living.
and you got to follow through with the medical help that can be provided to get what you need to get fixed. But Lord, don't let them treat people like this.
And,
right.
and
That's
that's
right.
and that's a big part of it, man. Dealing with it is part of healing it, and I'm gonna say this specifically because I work with a lot of different men that deal with this type of stuff. Do not wait. Do
Yes.
not wait. Get ahead
Do
of
not
it.
wait.
You know what it is, okay, and you know
Go.
what it can do. Get it dealt with. That's what men do. That's what we do. And I appreciate you, Zach. Thank you.
I
for
appreciate you,
Oh,
Guy. I love you. I will talk to
man.
you later, my friend.
Yeah,
Shine.
I'll
I'll talk to
call
you
you.
later.
Yeah,
Call me.
absolutely.
My people are going to a basketball game, man. My daughter, God bless that kid. She's a baller, man.
I
She's
know
so
she is. I
good.
seen her on the
Awesome.
news
She's
the
so
other
good.
day.
I love
Sean,
her
the
to
news.
I
death.
seen her
That's
on the news
amazing.
getting that
Hey,
rebound and
I'm
shooting
gonna
it back
brag
up.
on them. They the district champs. They
Yeah.
got the first number
Sick.
1 seed all the way through
That's
the
awesome,
tournament
man.
so far. So they
Going
played
to the ship.
everything.
Going to the ship,
Congratulations,
baby.
Cadence.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Yeah, get
Way to
it,
go, man. Way
Pookie.
to go,
Get it.
young lady. Way to
Yeah,
go.
she's
Go
awesome.
get it.
Yeah, man.
Go get
Yeah,
it.
man.
Yeah.
Way to go.
It's such a blessing, healthy, happy, beautiful
Yeah.
daughters, man. It's
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, let me tell you, I say this too. This is nothing to do with what happened to me, but just based on the fact that as a Christian man raising a couple daughters in this world, woo,
Oh,
buddy,
boy.
it's hard, man.
I'm so happy I got
Golly,
them
the
boys,
world
buddy.
is
You can
such
have
a
the girls.
crooked, crazy, wild place, my friend.
Shout out to having a boy.
Yes,
Hey,
Shout out to
praise-
having a boy,
I
man.
told
I mean,
my nephew he's having
Yeah.
a daughter. He
Oh.
ain't. He's not
Yeah.
that far left.
oh, he's one of them. He's
Yeah,
having
he's
one.
one of
That's
I'm
awesome.
those.
kidding. I'm so kidding. No, that was stupid.
I always
but
thought I seen that in him.
you seen
Well,
that
we've
in
seen
him.
twins. We've seen twins, right?
Yeah, twins, right? Yeah. Where's Danny DeVito when you need him? But, so they're having a beautiful daughter so far. Everything's going well. She's pregnant. They they got married, and then they're having a kid. It's perfect. He's a Marine, man. It's like my family, and such a blessing that with such a tight knit family as my wife's family, and with now obviously my family is man for years they come together for stuff, don't they, guys? They
Yeah.
eat dinner on
Oh, yeah.
Sundays, and like what a blessing to be able to go to a family dinner with a fellow Marine infantryman who's also my nephew, who brings his best friend every time, who happens to be named Zach, which makes him a cool dude already.
That's all that matters.
And
I
it's
mean,
all
all
that
that
matters. Right?
Zach attack is happening when the
And
two dudes
then
get
like
together.
so and it's like he's family, and like he's a
Yeah.
Marine.
Yes,
So
sir.
like infantry guy, and we all can come together and all
Right.
and it's family and things like that. But people, there is a support system,
yes,
and
there
it
is.
if it's followed appropriately,
Yeah.
once people seek help, maybe don't. If I can give one piece of advice to anybody, is if you go to one of these places, I guess, and there's a door to go in the emergency room, and there's a door to go in the VA facility, go in the door that says VA facility,
Yeah.
Yes,
please.
every time, please.
And I walked in the emergency room door, and well, as old Paul Harvey used to say, the rest of the story.
rest
You
of
know
the-
what I
and
mean?
that
know the
So,
rest
here
of
is
the
the rest
story.
of the
now
story.
you know the rest
The
of the
rest of the
story.
Story. Yep.
So,
Beauty. Beauty.
like I said, I'm jovial about things. I'm in good spirits. They got me straightened down. I'd like to make it very clear that I was released from with full medical and psychological evaluations into an outpatient program that is no different than going to therapy, just at a different location.
Right.
And thank you guys for hearing this, and
Absolutely.
I hope it can reach millions so that it don't happen anymore, man.
Yeah, no, we're
Well,
gonna push this out.
We're gonna keep speaking on it, and we're
Yes,
gonna,
we are.
you know, we'll in our own little way, we'll come up with a way that daily,
Absolutely.
it's gonna be recognized.
And get talking about it. That's my best advice to anybody. If you're dealing
Yes.
with any kind of mental health, get talking
You
about
nailed
it.
it,
Get writing
Shine.
about it. Yep.
You hit a home run when you said, "Don't wait,
Don't wait, man.
don't wait,
No.
don't wait."
You
Get
know
after
the
it.
facts. They tell you the facts when you get this stuff, and they tell you what's going to come with it. So get
Yes.
ahead of it. Get
Get
ahead
it.
of it.
Stay
Yeah.
ahead of it. Yes, sir. Hey, I love
100%.
you guys.
Appreciate
Love you,
you,
man.
I'm
brother.
gonna
Thank
click
you.
out of here and
Yep.
go
Thank you
see
for
my
being
wife
on with
off
us.
to get the girls, bro.
Sounds
Love to
good.
all of you.
Love
Tell
that
them all
family.
that I
Have a
said
great
hello,
day,
Zach.
man.
I will, my friend. I will. I love you guys.
I'll call you.
Call
here in
me,
a little
dude, here in a
while.
little bit. When you get wrapped up and
Yep.
everything, I'm gonna walk up the hill and check the pond out and stuff. And,
All right. Yeah, I'll
Cool.
call you here in about 30 minutes. I'll give you a holler.
you're the man, man. I love you, guy.
Love you, man.
Shine. Keep on rocking in the free world.
You know,
God,
for
I
real.
can't stand that dude.
I know.
I
He
know.
drives me crazy.
No.
What about?
You're
He
just
writes
making-
great songs.
Look at my
Oh,
life.
man,
I'm
look at my
alive
life.
like
I'm gonna shut you
yours.
both down. Is what I'm gonna do. Oh man, I just dropped him out.
I
Sorry,
knew he was
Zach.
waiting for that. He was
Yeah,
waiting
he
for
was.
that
Yeah,
transition.
he was. Shout out to
he
Zach,
denounced
man.
Canada, so technically he's yours now.
Yeah, that's hilarious, man. Shout out to everybody in the house. I know
Yeah.
we ran over just a little bit on our time,
But that was
great
well worth it.
topic.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful topic, and we're gonna keep touching on it. We're gonna keep doing this. But guys, until next time, please hit the like button for you fellas. Subscribe if you feel so led. Share the live stream out when you feel.
Share this one out in particular.
Yeah,
all right.
this one
There's
in particular.
excellent. They're all great, but that one is something that is very close to home for both of us in different aspects. And I would bet that probably most of you in here have had a bit of experience with
Some
it
type
in
of
one
experience.
form or
Yeah.
another.
Yep.
So we need to band together on this, and we can. It's time for a new way, and it ain't that hard. Don't let them make you think it is.
It's
So,
not. It's not that hard. It's called common sense solutions, man.
Yep.
Stop throwing money at stuff. All it takes is the proper thought, and you can get it done. But
right.
shout out to everybody, y'all. I'm not going back through every comment again. But thank you, Memoirs. I see you, and Miss Tracy, and Desi, and Gen X. I see you too, and all of you. Sapag, Elevated Einstein. Appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Guy and Shine. This has been a special edition. That was my best friend Zachary. He's a former Marine, and had some issues over this past weekend that totally got blown out of proportion, and
no
in my
reason.
personal opinion, mistreated. And he's not the only one it happens to. It just so happens to be he's the one it happens to that I personally know and personally can reach out and touch, and many others as well. So maybe that's part of the calling.
3.5 years I did this kind of job, okay? The one where you get there before the blank hits the fan, okay? 3.5 years, and I'm going to tell you, at any point in time, I had at least 10, and I was working straight with men, okay? Only men. And that's how big this problem is, okay? And it is a major problem. So get out, talk about it, get done what you need to get done, because the longer it rides, the more you're going to pay. And that's what I got on that one. Appreciate every single one of you. Have a great day. Be safe. We'll see y'all tomorrow. And be safe out there.
All right, guys. Good vibes, man. This is Guy and Sean, 10 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Appreciate y'all being here. Till next time, like, subscribe, share if you feel so led. If not, we really don't care. We just appreciate you guys being here with us. Y'all have good. I've been in a hurry since I don't know when. Gotta bring it on back. Start over again. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace. The kind where a guy like me wins a race. Yeah, slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace. The kind where a guy like me wins a race. Well, I got me a woman, yeah, she's better than most. Yeah, I get the space I need to really cut and loose. Yeah, she slows it on down to a nice old pace. The kind where a guy like me wins a race. You slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace. The kind where a guy like me wins a race. You slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace. The kind where a guy like me wins a race. Yeah, slow it down. Slow it on down, guys. Good vibes only to you. Always good vibes. Always good vibes only to all of my beautiful people out there. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day.